Welcome to the Run 7 show, everybody. As always, you can skip these clips if you want to, but why would you want to do that? The past several streams, we had lots of VR action where I had to take my clothes off because I was getting scared so badly, and a lot of other shenanigans as well. Hope you enjoy. Woo! That's right! Special Agent Run 7 on the case. I met a pimp today. She's a hologram. I ain't even getting a hand job from this. I'm sorry, Idris Elba is a gorgeous specimen. I'm straight as an arrow, but I'd still like to know the details. Played World of Warcraft yesterday? What is wrong with you? He's probably too busy carrying sacks of money to the bank. And that's like, yeah, I thought I'd just sample some heroin. Dude, you're gonna get hooked on that. We'll never see you again. You gotta watch out for that WoW shit. Next week, we'll be installing the Banrello redemption for anybody who wants it. We're gonna keep it real cheap. Wanna build a snowman?
Sucking that gut. Oh, Jesus! Huh. When I walk toward that door, the guy's gonna get me. Huh. Oh, Jesus! Huh. Huh. Oh, shit! Huh. I don't remember if the bell's over here or not. Huh. Shit! Oh, go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Ah! Come on, come on! Go, 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 go! Ah! Ah! Fuck me, I'm out of here! Go, 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 go! Ah! Oh, fuck this! I'm not going that way. I don't know where. Ah! Shit! Oh my God! Shit! Jesus! Fuck me! God damn! Okay, fuck it. I can't do that. I can't do that shit anymore.
So juvenile. So wonderful. Johnny's just rolling his eyes.
Coming in fast.
Looks like I found the other side of the map.
It's so stupid.
I'll kill you, you motherfucker! Woo! Whoa, he blew me off the fucking map! Hope the benefits are good. Woo! There's lots of things in my stream that don't work right. I'm not gonna question it. Okay, I got a little trigger happy on that one, but I really wasn't expecting him to come out of the floor. I'll claim my kill. I'm the psychopath here. Can't pay you guys to play with me. That's how much you hate me. Oh, damn it, that was good. Hot dog. Flamethrower sucks. Oh no, it's the big guy. Flamethrower's not such a bad idea. Come on, you fat bastard, move. Run! Who needs skill when you got smart guns? This game is a hella fun. It's a feature, you pay more for it. Did I just say hella? Sorry, I think I woke up in 2012. Elder's gonna get 3 blueprints out of this because Elder's willing to play with me when everybody else picks me last for dodgeball. Nice maxed out cock. Thanks, Fost. Yeah, thanks. Gotta have a big cock in this game. Arc Raiders just likes me better than you, that's all it is. Right tool for the job, everybody. Pro tip from your local contractor. It looks like a cheap Raven here. It's not doing anything. So when they push the doorbell, it just shoots 2 tasers right out in their neck. Maybe it should have a camera and I should be the one who decides whether it shoots them or not because I don't want to accidentally get my mom when I lock her out of the house. Oh, yeah, all right. So there's me with the cheerleaders from the Dallas Cowboys. Man, that's strong stuff right there. I'm all by my lonesome. I've been abandoned. If that's not the devil holding the door for you, I don't know what is. What's up? Gamers and movie fans alike, we're going to be playing Survive the Night while we wait for Dan to show up. He says he's running a little bit late, so we might squeeze out an hour of gameplay or so. I wanted to try out some of the different modes on Survive the Night. I also added some mods to improve some of the more annoying features in the game. So we're gonna try out those mods, stuff like I can sleep through the night. If I'm not in danger, I can lay a sleeping bag down and just sleep through the night. So, because nights last a little too long, in my opinion. So that's something. There's some physics that help with cars and stuff like that. So I installed some mods. We're gonna try those out, and then afterwards we're gonna get to Garbage Land 2. Maybe I'm mispronouncing that. Greenland 2 is the second edition of the Greenland franchise. We're gonna go over that one. You can probably tell how I feel about that movie already. Probably gonna go off on a big rant this time. This one offended me. So we'll get into that later. But right now, let's go over to play this one, and we'll bring the music down here so we can kind of figure out what's going on. Create new world. Wait, oh, we could download something new. Fisk's Mediocre Clubhouse. No, I don't want that. Which one do I want? Balanced Survival Hard. Realism Hardcore. No loot respawn. Nazi Zombies sounds fun, but I'm just gonna create a new world. Balanced Survival Hard is all we have. That's weird. We used to have like a bunch of options in here. What happened? Okay, these are packs. That's not what I want. We went through the mods already. I want to play... Where's the other game modes? That's weird. Okay, I guess we're gonna play Balanced Survival. Let's see if I can change that. There's that, but I don't want it to be... Yeah, this is gonna be a single. We can bring other people in, but I don't want it to be realistic. I want it to be not realism. I wanted it to be normal. Can I download one of these? Balanced Survival Hard. Realism Hardcore, no loot. Balanced Survival. I want... Maybe it'll let me switch it when I want to play on arcade mode, not realism. So we'll see. We'll see if this works. This is Balanced Survival on hard. I got it right the first time? Okay, well, Wonderful D must have watched it as well, huh? Well, you know it's pretty bad when there was one person at the watch party, not counting myself. Thank you, Windstorm, for showing up. I didn't even get to watch the whole thing during the watch party. I ended up rewatching it again later. And honestly, the best part was the first half. It only got worse as it went. But we'll save that for later when we get into it, because I'm probably going to rant. Let's see if I can change options in here. Time progression, day cycle length. Day cycle length. The time in minutes to complete a full day-night cycle. Let's make this longer because we can sleep through the night. So let's make it 60. Starting at 8 a.m. Sure, that sounds good. I don't know, June. Sunny, okay. Random weather, moon position, I don't care. Loot, vehicles, zombies. Zombies on hardcore, okay. Hordes. Horde mode. Constant, horde, standard. We'll just do standard. Miscellaneous multiplayer. What's multiplayer got? Allow multiplayer. Okay, that's good. Can I make the moon closer? It just has opposite to sun or realistic. Let's do realistic. We'll do that. Okay, and then we're just gonna hit play and we'll see how this... Oh, there it is. Okay, good. We can play arcade. Cool. On death, I keep the character level, keep attributes, respawn at a set home. That's what I want. I don't mind so much starting your character over from scratch and losing your attributes, but the spawn location is brutal. I'd like to play realism where I can set up my spawn location. Because when you're playing multiplayer and you spawn at far corners of the map, forget that noise. It's just terrible. It just sucks because then you're spending like all your time trying to get to one another. Maybe it'll give me more light. Maybe. If I could just use my sleeping bag to sleep through the night, I'll be fine. Hillary had some horrible spawn locations. Spent most of the game trying to make it to the group. Yes, that was the worst part. Hillary got to play with us for like maybe 20% of the time we were actually in there, because she was always spawning in at the literal furthest point away from us. And it took us like 3 hours to finally get a car built. I mean, we weren't really working the car angle until the last hour, but it took the first 2 hours just to get everybody coordinated and figuring stuff out, right? So if we can get spawn locations down, that'll be a lot better. So here we go. Gonna get in on this. Oh, what's up, Devils fan? What's up, Nice? What's up, Real Bubba Hotep? What's up, Wonderful D? Devils fan, thank you for your Prime subscription. Appreciate that. 8 months, you are freaking awesome. All right, so we're definitely gonna go to harvesting. I'm gonna go up to 8 on this. It may not need to be maxed out, but I'll get there. Don't care about wood chopping, weapon maintenance, building maintenance. Those are all good things. Let's do some woodworking up to 4. Weaponsmithing up to 4. And I'll do metalworking 2. I think that's what I want to do. And then we'll get into all the others that we need to do stuff with too. But I think we're gonna go with that for now and see where that gets us. I didn't blow you guys up. I just drove. It's not my fault you couldn't stay in the truck. Baba Hotep, if you want to jump in on this game, I can send you an invite. I don't mind playing with other people. Beef stew, I'll take it. Powdered milk, okay. Sardines, sure. Sardines just sitting on the floor. I'm sure they're good. A hacksaw right off the bat. We got a tool. That's very nice. Nothing else in there. We can take the materials from this. Oh, I gotta hold it down to do that? Okay. Firecrackers. I don't know what firecrackers do. I'll probably dump them someplace. Nothing in there, nothing in there. What's this? That gave me some metal, okay. That gave me more metal and more metal, I bet. Excuse me. Wood stove. Oh, that's, I'm looking through the wall there on that one, okay. Firecrackers to distract or alert zombies. Showing all these things I've unlocked. 9mm rounds. Nuts, okay. Okay. I'm gonna step outside. I'm gonna explore a little bit. Where am I actually? Oh, and there's a mini map. Bubba, what was the key press to do the mini map? Because I enabled that. I enabled that and the sleeping bag and all kinds of stuff. Here, wait, hacksaw. Got that stuff. Let's craft maybe canteen. I can do a canteen. Let's craft 3. That'll help. And then I want to do a sleeping bag. I need clean cloth. I don't have enough clean cloth. Okay. How about an axe? Can I do an axe yet? I can. I could craft an axe right off the bat. That's awesome. I can't think of anything else that I need to craft right away. Bandages need to be level 2. Metalworking. The compass was BS. I didn't even care about that. Nails is a thing I would like to craft, but I don't need those right now. Let's go back to woodworking and see. Campfire could be useful. Planks, obviously good. And what about weaponsmithing? Whoops. Weaponsmithing. What do we got in here? The axe, the hammer. Everything else is a little too tough to do. I'd like to do arrows eventually, but whatever. Okay. It's B for the minimap. Oh, there it is. Awesome. Thank you. Does it show where I am on the map? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, it does show me on the minimap. It's hard to see there. I can move it that way. Oh, okay. So I can zoom in a little bit. Ah, that's nice. So if I do this and get my mini map in there just a little bit like that. Oh, it's zoomed in all the way. Okay. Let's see if that keeps me where, like, will the map move with me? I can't really tell. Yes, it looks like the map does move with me. Hard to tell. Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Let's run around a little bit and see. We're going to go towards this hospital. Yes, Demillion, it's just like 7 Days to Die. It's the Temu version of 7 Days to Die. I kind of like this better than 7 Days to Die because it feels a little bit more realistic. There's a ton of other game modes that you can do. But I'm good with what I got here. Where's everybody at? I heard somebody coming. Let's get some more metal. There we go. And we'll take these guys down. Oops, there's somebody else. There's somebody else behind me. I hear him. Could have swore there was somebody behind me. I could have heard. Oh, they were on the other side of the fence. That's why. I'd really like to find a gun first thing. Like, I should be going through all of these houses to find guns. That's the best way to find them, is just look through the houses. Nothing there. Okay. Nice swimming pool. It's rotating? What's rotating? The mini-map's all screwed up now. What the hell? Why is the mini-map all screwed up? I don't know how I made the mini-map move. Let me fix that. Oops, not that one. That one. Come on, mini-map. What are you doing? I mean, I'm moving on the mini-map, but is the mini-map moving? I don't think so. I want the mini-map to track me as I go. I want to be center on the map always and just have the map move around me. Ooh, look at this. We got a circuit breaker. Awesome. That'll come in handy when we find a location we want to live at for a while. Some 308 rounds, okay. Just climb in here and check this out. What's that? I don't know. It's probably a rug or something. 12 gauge. Yeah, I don't know what's necessarily going on with the mini map, but just having it there and it'll work for what I need it for now anyway. I really don't need to be stealing any more wood. What is this? What is that? MK extended mag, I'll just take it. A draw knife. I don't know what a draw knife is. And a sharpening stone. Sharpening stone's a useful tool. All right, let me see what that is. A draw knife. This tool can be used in crafting recipes. Okay. Same thing with the hacksaw. What are the rest? It's not even showing me the recipes. Okay. Fine, whatever. Did we have sleeping bag yet? What do I need for this? Oh, I can craft it. Okay. Sweet. I got a sleeping bag. And then I have 3 canteens. Let's see if we can figure those out. Get those full of water, huh? That's gonna give me some metal. I like metal. It's pretty useful. Let's fill up our canteens here. I only have 2 canteens? What the hell happened? I thought I made 3. Oh well, 2 is enough. Let's find a cook stove. Something that actually works. Here we go. Is there a take all? No, there's not. That's weird. Green beans, yeah. Oh, hey, look, it's over there. You just can't see it. Why won't it let me take it? Oh, I'm at max weight. Okay. So, let's get rid of stuff. Firecrackers. We don't need firecrackers. Metal's probably weighing me down, I bet. So's the wood. Let's move a couple of these. 15's probably good. And then we can take the baked beans. All right, nice, nice. And we'll search the rest of these. We're just looking for guns and ammo now. We're gonna stop picking things up if it's not guns or ammo. How my mini-map moved again? What happened? Damn mini-map. Stop moving. Okay, there's a hospital and it's like right behind me here. It says it's right here anyway. Can't get through the fence. There we go. Come on, guys, come through the window. Whole bunch of them in there. Oh, that guy walked through the wall. Okay. Woo! That guy just sped around the corner. You want to be a part of the party too. Clean cloth, I needed that. Found nothing. Wah wah, you found nothing. I thought a draw knife was only used to debark timber. Wonder why there's a draw knife. Yeah, I'm kind of curious myself. I don't know what a draw knife is for. That's not a tool I ever use. Plant pot. What are my options? Take, place, sow seeds? Show seeds. No items in there. Okay. Can add water, harvest a plant. That's kind of neat. I'm not going to mess around with plants right now. I got better things to do. Like stealing crackers out of the cabinet. Ravioli. Woo! We're eating good tonight. And some Jaffa cakes. Gotta love them Jaffa cakes. Baked beans. Gonna stink it up at our house tonight. Medicine in here. Bandages, nice. Bandages are good. Nothing in that room. Check this. Oh, this is the front door. Never mind. Oh, was there a lock? No, it's just a place, a lock. Never mind. That's not cool. All right, should be a hospital. Looks like next door to us. Ooh, lots of people out there in that parking lot. Let's try not to attract them. That's a barber shop, not a hospital. Somebody heard me. Somebody's coming in. Somebody's coming in for a haircut. No? Okay. Oh, hey, buddy, a little off the top. All right, no problem. We can do that. That's your $10 haircut right there. Clean cloth. Excellent. Real quick, let's do medical. 2 points in medical, so we can do bandages. I'm gonna bring that up to 4, and then I want carry capacity because it's hurting right now. It's really hurting. Whoa. You want a haircut too, huh? See if we can't shave the neck there. Whoops, cut a little too deep. Sorry, sir. Oh, I'm down to 31. Let's get out of here. Skedaddle. Okay, this must be the pharmacy, I guess. Oh my God, they're all over the pharmacy. Shit. Shit. No! We didn't even place our sleeping bag. Oh, we didn't even place our sleeping bag. I wasn't ready for him to pour through the door like that. Shit. Damn it, that was a good little spot too. That wasn't bad. I should have put a sleeping bag down. Do you make your ammo? If so, gathering ingredients for that while hunting for gun might be good. I don't know about making the ammo. I've found ammo in abundance. You do go through it pretty fast because it takes a lot of shots to take down a zombie. But I haven't found how to craft it. I've only found how to craft guns and find guns. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so we died way up here, and now we're way down here. But there's a hospital down here, and a cinema, metal refinery, car lot, a school, and a gas station. We'll check out the hospital, I guess. But that's it. Okay, I'm gonna turn this map off. What do we got in our inventory? Anything? Nothing. We're starting from scratch. Damn it. That kinda sucks. Kinda sorta sucks. Angle iron? I'll take it, I guess. I don't know what good angle iron is gonna be. So you can find a little bit of food for our journey. Take all. There we go. 308 rounds. I still have yet to find a 308. I do like that take all button. That's nice to know that that's there. Hey, a knife. Okay, we have a knife we can use. It looks like a butter knife, but something's better than nothing. And our mini map is screwed up again. What's up with that? Uh-oh. Fucking butter knife cuts him up. I just jacked her up with one shot, man. This thing's amazing. Boom! Yeah! Suck it, zombies! Okay, it's not a sure thing. Better than the axe, though. Getting that XP built up here. We're fatigued. We're definitely fatigued here. Getting too close there, buddy. And by the way, for those of you keeping score, I am still using keyboard and mouse on this game, doing my best to teach myself how to play PC games like a big boy. When I play Arc Raiders, though, I go back to controller, sorry. I need my skill set when I play Arc Raiders. Oh, I'm out of stamina, man. There we go. You searched for items, but found nothing. Some 308s. Okay. Let's see if we can't get to this hospital, which looks like that's it over there. Dude, how are we ever gonna get there? I need to craft a sleeping bag and put it outside this hospital first, because I'm killing so many zombies in order to make this place safe for me to search. Don't you try and sneak up on me, crazy lady? Woo! Ah! Guy's got a Freddy Krueger sweater. Oh, man. Okay. Give me a break for a second. Jeez. Okay, let's go tear this house apart, get some clean cloth, make a canteen, that sort of thing. There's the metal I like to steal. I'm surprised they don't have plastic in here. They have metal and wood, but no plastic. Hey, Lola! Awesome! There we go. 8 rounds, we're ready to rock. We got ourselves a gun right off the bat. That's nice. I'm gonna close the, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be over here where I can see the fireplace. There we go. I'm gonna get some wood. Grab some 9mm rounds, which it doesn't do any good for Lola. Whoa! I don't want to use my gun just yet. Not on one zombie. Get out of my house, you jerk. Okay, Let's put some points in. We're gonna go. I want to max out harvesting. Let's bring up pistols since we found Lola. And I'm going to give myself a little bit more health. It was more of a survival round of upgrades than anything else. Some wood in there, and we're going to turn it on. And then we're going to craft stuff. Let's do canteen. We're going to craft 3 of these bad boys. You think the controller's better than mouse and keyboard? I mean, I'm an old console jockey, so I'm better with the controller. But I do believe as an input source, I think the mouse provides better aiming and such. So I'm trying to do that. Get ourselves a sleeping bag. We just need 1. That's all we need. And what else did I want to do? Bandages? Only do 1 of those. It's okay though. What about weaponsmithing? We definitely need an axe. Metalworking. How about woodworking? We need a couple of planks. It's just to craft the max. And I don't think I can craft metal, so we'll just have to stay out of there. Am I still crafting planks? There it goes. I guess you have to stay on the page of what you want to craft. Uh-oh. Let's try this bad boy out. Boom! Yeah! Suck it, zombie. Okay, got our fire going. We need to go into our inventory and, oh, we need to fill up our canteen first. That's what we need to do. How many canteens did we make? 3 is the answer to that question. 3 canteens. Place all 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. Let's look at what else we got. We got some baked beans we can put on here. Nice. And that looks like everything. What is Lola? It's... What is Lola? Oh, there it is over here. It's a 45 caliber. Okay. And we don't have many more bullets than that. Let's do take the clean water. And take the baked beans. Okay. What do we got for our stats? We need water and food. Okay. Drink. As soon as we're done drinking, we can eat. And as soon as we're done eating, we'll drink again. Hell, let's just drink it all. We'll be fully topped off. We're just gonna fill 3 of them back up again. Oh, it says we're full, so we can't do it anymore. Okay. Do zombies smell you and approach, or are you just making lots of loud noises? I'm a pretty stinky guy, Demillion. That's not true. I'm a clean freak. I use very small amounts of deodorant because I take 2 showers a day. I don't think zombies smell me. They seem to be generally attracted to me. Like, just when you get close, they just come. I know that gunshots attract them, and I know that light attracts them. But I don't know about, like, you can increase the sneaking skill, I guess. So there's that. Let's place these back here and get them clean again. And then as soon as those are done, we'll probably turn this off and go to the hospital and see what we can do. Kind of like this knife, man. Kind of like the knife. It's working for me. Let's turn that off. Let's put a sleeping bag down here, though. Search for item. Sleeping bag, and we're gonna place that. There we go. What does that say? Can be seen on the map. You can respawn home after death. Okay. This knife is pretty good. Knife's pretty good. Okay, so we're rested. We're ready to go into that hospital. We'll start with the knife. When we get overwhelmed, we'll scroll back to the gun and fire at stuff. What's in the canteen or in the thing here? We can crouch, right? Can't do anything. What's this? Me screwing things up with that keyboard and mouse. Damn it. That's the thing. My fingers get off the AWSD keys and then I can't find them and I gotta like look at the keyboard to see what I'm touching. And that'll always happen when I'm in the middle of a fight, never when I'm doing anything boring. I'm not doing a good job of avoiding contact with zombies. Ah! Might be time to go to the gun. No, not crouch. Sprint, not crouch, dummy. Okay, we're going to the gun. And unfortunately, you can't shoot through zombies to get multiple zombies with one bullet. And yes, that does suck. I think it's pretty lame, in fact. I mean, they're zombies. You should be able to easily shoot through them. Dude, we're getting beat up here. Oh, out of ammo. Use the bandage. Go back to the knife. Actually, let's try the axe. Axe has got a little bit more range. My goodness. They're everywhere! It's gonna take me so long to clear them out. I'm gonna have to go back into my house and sleep by the fire for a while. Good grief, man. I just want to go to the hospital and see what's there. All right, let's go back into our hut. Grab a little rest here. Lola's empty. We're not doing that. Stand here and heal up a minute. Oh my goodness. Where did you come from? I thought I killed everybody out there. 20 XP just for searching for that guy. I don't know, are you guys excited to talk about Greenland here in a half hour or so? I don't know, what is 7:50 right now? Yeah, well, it'll probably be about a half hour about a half hour before Dan gets here. And we'll talk about Greenland too. Will won't be joining us today, unfortunately. He's on vacation or something. Traveling, I don't remember. What else do I got? I could eat a little bit more. That's all right, though. Are there any Invincible fans out there? You catch last night's episode? Don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but it was a good episode, a very positive episode for a change. I kind of like this season. Every season, it just seems like everybody's super duper depressed, and they were a bit depressed this season too. But everybody's super duper depressed and getting their asses kicked by Viltrumites like all the time. So it's kind of nice to have something a little fresh this season. You watched season 1 but haven't seen anything else? Season 1 is the best season. Season 2 and 3 were okay, and this new season's really good. I like this new season. Nuts. Okay, we'll take nuts and bolts. Lamp head. Not a headlamp. A lamp head. There's a workbench. This isn't a terrible spot to be posted up. Like, these houses are turning out to be okay. I wish I had the circuit breaker from that first house, the first life. I'm gonna try avoiding picking up things I don't really need. Like, probably didn't need dog food. I tell you what, if you watched not last night's episode, but last week's episode, that was a gruesome episode. I had to like take a minute. Like that was a brutal one. You were suffering superhero fatigue? I totally understand that. That's how I am with Marvel. Marvel's just got me, I'm just done. That's why I like Invincible and The Boys, because it's not your traditional superhero. It's the more realistic version. I hear The Boys just came out with their new season 5. Did that just air also? I should probably watch that. And then there was a movie on Netflix that came out that I just saw. I don't know anything about it. I don't even remember what it was called, but it looked good and I was going to watch that tonight too. I probably won't watch anything tonight. Clean cloth, I'll take that. I probably won't watch anything tonight because I'm going to be going to sleep immediately after our rating. There's a bathtub. We could take a bath, wash our stinky ass. Some 9mm rounds, nice. I want 45 though, not 12 gauge. Can you like open up this cabinet? No, you can't. You can just take the materials from it. This will give me clean cloth for bandages. Nice. I don't mind taking mattresses because those will give you the cloth and I like that. First 2 episodes of The Boys came out, and Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is out also. I forgot to watch the new season of Daredevil, the first one. I haven't seen that yet. Again, it's Marvel, so I was very hesitant to even try it. I'll probably watch it. I hear good things about this new season. Plus, it's got the Punisher in it. He was one of... I liked the Punisher character. Born Again is really good. That might have been the movie that I was looking at. What is up with the minimap? How does the minimap get moved? I want to know. How's that happen? All right. Heading into the hospital. Let's see. Lola still doesn't have... Oh, I have 1 bullet for Lola. That's weird. The gun's... Okay, that was weird. You see the gun was open? That was weird. But we'll probably just stick with the knife, I guess. All right. This isn't the worst place to have a spawn location. I like that there's a workbench in that house. What's in these materials? Found wood and metal. Some trucks here. We should probably be searching vehicles. Those ones are burned out. They won't have anything. We should probably be searching good vehicles when we find them for any of their spark plugs and whatnot. The new Punisher trailer just came out. Not a lot of reach with this knife. That's the only problem. You do got to get in real close with it. I should probably put points into melee too, man. And endurance. I have 0 energy. I'm constantly fatigued and I'm always using melee weapons. There we go. We just leveled up. Let's do exactly that. Put some points into melee weapons and... Whoa! Ah! Well, that's my bullet. That's my bullet. I think Twitch was doing a watch party for The Boys too, but I don't know if you can still stream it on Twitch or not. You shouldn't be able to. You'll probably get in trouble for trying that. I didn't find a single 45 round? Lame. See if this thing's got anything. Okay. Burn barrel there. Woo! Circuit breaker. We're doing good now. Ah! 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 Antibiotics? I'll take antibiotics. Sure. Give me some clean cloth. Oh, it's metal. I don't want metal. I want clean cloth for bandages. There's zombies walking around. Are they outside? Ooh, what's this? A first aid kit? Yeah! We're gonna need it because we keep getting trapped in this stupid room. I hear people walking around and I know they're gonna come in and kill me. Shit! Come on, stab a bitch, let's go! Get out of the window. Ah, oh, damn it. Run, run, run. We don't want to die here. Shit, this is not good. Jump, jump. Oh my God. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Shit. I was trying to get out of the building, not run into another cornered room. You can't break those windows apparently and jump out of them. Every other window in the game you can jump out of, but not the hospital. Okay, so we were gonna apply these anyway. Let's do melee, obviously. Stamina, stamina regeneration, damage resistance would be useful. And then we'll put another point into melee. See if that helps us out. We should spawn at our sleeping bag here. There we go. So we're not too far away from where we died. That's all right. Our inventory is empty though. That's a problem. We should be able to sleep through the night if we can, once we get to night. Bubba, I made the days longer and gave us the ability to sleep through the night. So I think that'll be useful. Come on, go fisticuffs with him. So you can find a fireplace to light, so we'll have some light in here. Here we go. There's some, woo, look at all this ammo. Chicken soup. Take the chair because it'll give us cloth. 9mm rounds. 45 rounds, could have used those when we had Lola. I could probably use some metal. Clean cloth on that furniture? Okay, some wood. Should be clean cloth. That's gonna be a hacksaw. I'll take it. Instant oats, nice. Always good to get your, you know, self-regulated with some oats. I'm learning faster and faster buttons to get in and out of these menus, which is very useful. The propane tank if we wanted to make a trap or something. Clean cloth. What's over here? I can't hardly see it. Bottle of Jack Daniels on the floor because somebody knew how to party before the end of the world. Do crafting. Caps lock is on. I want to mention something about Greenland 2 before the R rating 2. Did you notice that they mention Iceland is gone twice when the movie is set in Iceland? I didn't catch that. No, I didn't catch that. Did we find a sink that I can use in here? I think it's right over here. No, I just freaking crafted a canteen. That's garbage. Oh, it's full of dirty water already because I must have filled it or something, huh? And then there's no way to cook on that. I can just stand next to it. All right, let's go back to our house where our sleeping bag is. And we'll see if we can, am I going the right way? Yes, I'm going the right way. Okay, let's go back to our house where our sleeping bag and see if we can sleep through the night. Then we'll go in and find our dead body, get our stuff back, get Lola. We got some 45 rounds for her. Remove home? No, I want to sleep. Oh, son of a bitch. Can somebody look up on the internet and find out how I work the goddamn sleeping bag to sleep through the night? There's a way to do it. Place a sleeping bag in any structure to claim it as a home and respawn point. There's a way to do it. I turned on that mod so that I could sleep through it. I did notice that in Greenland 2, I got a much nicer nap than Greenland 1. I like Greenland 1. I thought Greenland 1 was a pretty good movie. It's got its problems for sure, but I liked it. And one thing of clean water. Let's cook the rest of this food. Just waiting for my food. All right. Doesn't have any other options. It just says that. Maybe it's a Z. Press Z again to confirm sleeping. Yes, that's it. That was, hey, whoever made that mod, good on you. Hit Z to sleep. That makes sense. I like that. There's our moon.
This is the future.
Thanks, chat. Broken clocks. Broken clocks and run 7. We're right. Sometimes twice a day.
I'm proud of know that. I know that.
Thanks, Mr. Rogers. Appreciate it. Can I open this door? Nope. It's a non-functioning door. I don't think I have a weapon. I should probably craft a weapon. Ah! I heard him. I heard him. There's a bunch of zombies out there. I guess I'm just gonna have to take them on with my bare hands. Good thing we leveled up our melee skills by 1 point, so we can bare knuckle box these zombies. Come on, put him down already. The bodies disappear really fast. You have to clean the materials out of them pretty quickly. Like, I've noticed that if I'm sitting here fighting a bunch of zombies, the bodies will disappear before I even have time to clear them out. Oh shit, let's run. Whoop! Jump the fence! Jump the fence! Thank you, dummy. Oh my goodness. Oh, he just flies over it like it's nothing. This is a big dude. He's tough. Run, 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 run. No bandages, apparently. No antibiotics, no first aid kit. It's just in the list, but I can't actually use it. Hot flaming Cheetos. Let's go stand by our fire while we fight this guy, so at least we'll heal up and rest up faster. Hey, idiot, the door's open. You need to break a window, you jerk. Clean cloth. Let's craft some bandages. Oh, really? I want bandages. It's kind of weird when you go to click on it. Like, I click on this, and it really easily, this thing will disappear on accident. See? I don't like that. I don't like that. Hey, I can zoom the minimap in and out. That's what's happening. The minimap is the same thing as changing my weapons. That's why the minimap's constantly moving around. Okay, we figured it out, folks. Somebody connected the wrong buttons and made that very, very dumb. See there? It's not gonna be good. Well, as long as I scroll one direction and we're all the way zoomed in, I'll be okay. Okay, well, we have bandages. Just need to get back there and find my dead body. Let's go clear this guy out. He looks like he needs to be punched in the face. Here's a guy. Woo, yeah! 9mm round, I like it. Let's go get this guy. Ooh, he's tough. He's a toughie. Not as tough as me, though. I remember not minding the movie. I went in with a little more than blockbuster movie expectations. Yeah, like I said, I liked number 1. I'm pissed about number 2. Let's put some wood in here. That way, I can always just come back here and rest and have some kind of health coming in. Ooh, a combination lock, nice. I don't need any more metal. 9mm rounds I'll take, though. Looks like garbage in here. Don't know what that's gonna do. Oh, I'm dehydrated. There we go. Back up to 50 on that one. I don't remember what room I died in. That's the stairwell, so that's not that room. Might as well check these things out. Lots of stuff in here. What's this? Doesn't say what it is. It's just a thing that you can take for materials. Okay. I think this is the room I died in. Hey, first aid kit. Definitely want that. Antibiotics, another winner. Antibiotics again, awesome. Here's my bag. Take all. Whoop! I like that little animation as it sweeps up. That was cool. Gauze wrap, okay, we're doing good. It's just the stuff floating. Okay, whatever. I hear somebody walking. Is there a zombie around here? I could be taking these mattresses for their cloth, but I feel like I've already got a lot of stuff. 12 gauge ammo, which I don't have a shotgun for. See, you can't jump out the window. It's lame. What are we doing? Overall health warning. Improve critical stats within 1 hour or risk lowering your overall health. Okay. What's our critical stats? We need hunger and water. Okay, I can do that. We can do that. Just got to find a place to post up for a few minutes. We can go upstairs and check that out too. Oh, toilet, nice. Okay, is there clean water in this? That would be cool if there was. No water found, okay. Let's get some dirty water out of the toilet then, I guess. Okay, we maybe have clean canteens in here. Clean water, nice. We also have baked beans, we can eat that. Chicken soup for the soul. Good stuff, good stuff. How are we doing now? Somehow we just like lost all our food. What is going on? I want to know how you can go from half food to starving, like on accident. It's not making any sense to me. See there, 150 food. How come we lost all of our food a minute ago? Let's eat some ramen and rice. Just gonna eat all this stuff that doesn't need to be cooked. Eating dehydrates you. That's kind of weird. I guess, you know, sometimes I eat crackers. It makes you thirsty. I get it. It's called expired food. You just run the risk of it when it's expired. Maybe I need like some sort of resistance to that sort of thing. What am I at? I'm full of food. Let's get water. One more thing of clean water. There we go. And I'm going to go fill my canteen up out of the toilet because it's what I got. Okay. And now we're going to go find that stairwell and go upstairs. Eating always dehydrates you in real life? Doesn't necessarily dehydrate me, but I mean, if I eat the wrong thing, that you're right. Almost every time I eat, I need to wash it down with something. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so we can go up another floor. Let's put some wood in here and turn that on. Just looking around for goodies in here. Gauze pad, gauze wrap. Hope this isn't the women's bathroom. Lots of gauze wraps, that's good. Some more stuff floating in the sky there. Let me around the door, please. Hot toilet water is not something I drink. I'd need distillation setup of some sort. Well, it's a zombie apocalypse, so I'll do whatever I need to do. Chocolate cereal and a 357 that shoots 45 rounds. Drives me absolutely nuts. Just put a 357 ammunition in the game. How to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome, but try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many. That's already number 3. It's gonna be number 4. And then I want bandages. Craft max, and we're gonna put the bandages on number 9 because we'll have antibiotics, first aid, gauze wrap, gauze pad, and then bandages, and then 0 to be unarmed. The old 350, 45, 757. That's right. You've got games like Fallout New Vegas that have every type of ammo you could imagine and then a plus or minus version of it. And then you have this game which can't even give me the correct ammunition for a 357. And we have to scroll one direction. If we pass up Lola, we got to go around the horn. No, that wasn't great, but whatever. Because if we scroll the other way, our mini-map screws up. Whatever, at least we have a mini-map. More antibiotics. Oh, and a machete. Hell yeah, I'll take a machete. And another knife. Okay, okay, we have 2 now. Crossbow. Let's figure out how to make arrows. I hate when I clear it, the cursor goes away. Arrows is weaponsmithing 6. Okay, all right, well. What are we at? We're at weaponsmithing 4. So next level up, we can make arrows. That'll be cool. If I could make a lot of arrows for that crossbow, I would be very, very happy. Because then I could just start shooting lots and lots of people. Thought I saw something cool there, but it wasn't what I thought it was. What's behind door number 13? A siphon. Okay, so we can siphon gas, cupcakes. A little bit more food is always good. Well, I'm hoping arrows work in the crossbow. I mean, the 357 takes 45 rounds, so I'm guessing that the arrows go in the crossbow. Toys. I got wood from the toy box. It's too bad. An axe. Never know when you're gonna need another one. Oops, what's that? We didn't clear, the door was open, but we didn't clear this room out. Gauze pad, gauze wrap, and that looks like it's, what's this? Oh, that's probably just metal if I clear it out. Okay, those doors, that's all cleared. Let's go up another floor and see what we can get. Oh, it's the roof. Okay. The roof, which has a big old hole in it. What's this over here? Anything? No, nothing useful there. All right, well, we cleared the hospital out and it had some decent stuff in it. We got tons of medical aid and whatnot, which is good. There's some deer. You can put a bed in your pocket on this game, so arrows and a crossbow would track. At least we don't have to deal with stacks of 64 items, man. Okay, so we cleared out the hospital. That was just a sign. I was hoping it would like update my map or something, but that's not how it works. There's a cinema over there. We can go check out the cinema, I guess. It's in the shed. Nothing. Why is there a box of ammo just sitting up there? And that's another box in the back of that truck. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my house real fast. Yeah, I know, right, Bubba? It's like even with the little quirks, even with the, like the janky ass stuff, I kind of enjoy it. All right, let's do our inventory and make sure that we got all our stuff cooked and cleaned and all that stuff. We got some dirty water. We need to place these up here for sure. We'll cook some dog food because that's gonna make a yummy meal, and large sausages. Drop the stuff you don't need. Good idea, Emma. Thank you for that. That's a great idea. Clean water, clean water. Clean water. Average. My mental fortitude went up 1 point for some reason. All right, let's drop some stuff. We can put our stuff in the cabinet, actually. Let's do that. Okay, I don't need 2 axes, so we'll get rid of the one that is lower on our thing. I don't need 2 knives, so we will move that one over there. The machete looks pretty cool, but we have to sharpen that, and I don't think I can. Not allowing me to sharpen it. I probably need to upgrade my weapon crafting or something. I'm not going to be using bolts anytime soon, so I'm going to move all the bolts. I don't know what I need cardboard for. I'm going to keep that for sure. Combination lock, clean cloth, good. Empty cans, we don't need. We can move all that because that'll just be metal. The lamp head, I don't need that. We're going to move that. I'm going to move some of the metal because I can always find metal elsewhere. Extended magazine for the MK4. I don't have an MK4, but I'm going to keep that in my pocket. It's only half a pound. Nails, we don't need the nuts. We can move all them. Wood we can find anywhere, but I only got 2, so I'll keep it. I'm going to keep all this ammo because it doesn't weigh... Well, the 12 gauge actually weighs a lot. Let's move all that. Let's move the 12 gauge because we don't have a shotgun. 308. Oh man, maybe we should. Yeah, we'll move the 308 too until we find a rifle. And it looks like we're good on everything else. We got 5 planks. We're at half capacity. I think we're doing okay. Get rid of those red dots at the top. Okay, we have food to eat, water to drink. We're super healthy. Where do we want to go now? We could go up to the car lot and see if we could fashion together a car. We could walk right down to the metal refinery and see what that has in store for us. There's a gun store a long ways away. Get up to see. I'm kind of leaning towards the car lot is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the car lot. We could just walk up to there and see how that goes. Why does it still show my death? Let's go check out that dead body that's... Oh, it's in the hospital. I already picked everything up there, so screw that. I don't care. All right, we do have a waypoint, which is north of us at the car lot. So we're going to head to the car lot. Oh, I also need to hotkey a knife. That's going to be number 4. And I think that'll do it. And our mini map got messed up because I scrolled the wrong way. There we go. It's the dumbest thing, the weapon scroll. All right, we're going to just take a gingerly stroll up the... Whoops, wrong direction. Take a gingerly stroll up the street. See if we can't go by the school and then the car lot. Yeah, Dan said he was going to be pretty late. I expected him to knock by now. Whatever. We're having so much fun. We don't need Dan. Besides, all we're going to do is rage on how... I don't want to get into... I want to save it for the show. But man, I can't wait to unload on that movie. Here's the school. A lot of buildings and rooms. I'm not sure if we should bother going in the school. I didn't like school the first time around. Damn it, I missed his head. Woo, that's loud. A 308 round, great. That's not good. Machete time, baby. That's what we're gonna use on these guys. Did we level up yet? Nope. I'm gonna avoid the school. I'm just gonna go by the school. That's a big building to clear out, and I just don't understand what could be good about the school. We're not gonna find any weapons in there. Maybe there's books that you could read that would like level you up in areas, but I don't even know if that's a thing in this game. I'm just guessing. So Sorry, I'm fixing my mouse pad here. Ah! There. All right, coming up on the car lot. Does look like a lot of zombies. It does look like a lot of zombies. Let's fix the mini map here. The mini map's super clunky, but at least we have it. Let's see how many of these guys we can take out first. There's that one. Oops. That's it. We're done with bullets. Let's try to save my stamina. Do you get the vehicle glitch fixed? Yeah, I did. I put that in too. Machete's down to 37%. That's not bad though. Weapons don't degrade all that fast. I think it's like, it looks like it's 1% a whack. So if you get 100 swings out of the thing, that's not bad. Some games are so much more brutal than that. We are completely exhausted. Trying to make sure I keep all these zombies in front of me, hoping to find more 45 and 9mm bullets. That would be really appreciated here. Oh, we did find a bullet. No bullets there. There we go. Working our way through them. There's a lot more down there, but we're working our way through it. I'm just gonna use up this machete. It's not doing too bad. It's got the range of the axe and the damage of the knife, but I feel like it takes up more stamina with every swing. Do I have anything in my inventory that will help me, like... That's better. I like that. I can see what's going on over there. Why did I do that in the first place? Stamina plus 25. Let's do that. Okay. Nice. Nice. Little stamina boost. Eating some cereal. I plan on filling in again tomorrow night when the regular Saturday game show stream, but I could be persuaded to do the game show later in the night if you want to play this game again Saturday. I'm happy to play Saturday. I just don't know what my schedule is going to allow for. Probably because I don't have anything going on Sunday, so I could probably just stay up late Saturday. But I got to tell you, every time I take the time to stay up and play video games with friends, every single time, I am sacrificing the next day. The next day I'm shit. Because I will get like half the amount of sleep I need, and I just won't be functioning like I need to. So it kind of sucks. I like to try and make sure that I don't have anything too important the next day. Like the last time we played this game, I stayed up till 11 and I had to get up at 5:30 the next day, and that was just brutal for me. I'm a guy who needs 8 hours of sleep every day, and I only ever get 6. I've killed most of the zombies around here, and we can start putting together a car. Can I do like a big melee hit? Why are you attacking my car? All right. Machete's down to 15%. Our machete is so damaged that when I go to use it, it's gonna jam. Let's just drop the machete just to save the weight, and we'll go with a different weapon from here on, like the axe or the knife. Whoops, went the wrong way on the wheel there again. I forgot. I'm not allowed to scroll down. What's this? Alternator? Okay, nice. Won't have to take that out of a vehicle. I have to go watch Faces of Death Sunday, but after that, nothing. Oh, dude, I remember Faces of Death. Oh, a jerry can. Nice. And a long oil filter? Okay. Cool. We're just finding stuff we need without even digging through the cars yet. Do I remember? Oh, hey, film canister number 1. And take Bateman? Did we just get Jason Bateman's gun? Empty can. We don't need. All right, let's check that out. What's Bateman? Bateman is a 45 caliber. Lola's a 45 caliber. And the 357 is a 45 caliber. We have all 45 caliber pistols. Assign the hotkey to number 1. Let's get Lola out of there, and instead we're gonna assign do the crossbow in number 2, because I don't want to be using the same ammo for every gun. Crossbow, 1 bolt in it, and Bateman now has 5 bullets in it. Looks like a nice revolver. All right. Time to dig through these cars and see what we can get. We'll take the gas, take the... It doesn't have anything else. We may want tires. It's punctured. Punctured. Completely missing. No good. I'm thinking about stealing a car this time is what I want to do. Oh, Dan's here? Okay. Hold on. Let me steal some stuff and then I'll save my game and exit. Requires mechanic skill. I forgot to put the mechanic skill in. Shoot. That's okay. I think we got it. I believe it's mechanic 2. Mechanic. There it is. Right in front of my face. That's why I couldn't find it. And then we wanted to do other stuff too, didn't we? We'll figure what that stuff is later though. All right. Can we exit and save? Quit. Exit to menu or close the game. Let's close the full game. Cool, and hopefully it just starts us out there and we have sleeping bags and all that stuff. All right, Dan, I'm coming over. If you want to fire it up and send me the play together and knock on my door thing. Why does my mouse get stuck when I try to go from monitor to monitor? I have to go real fast or it just gets stuck on the monitors. It drives me absolutely bonkers. Well, Trash Can Joe, we're about to shit on Greenland 2. We're not even trying to hide the fact that Greenland 2 is no bueno. That's not the one I want. I need to change my background on that. We'll just go with that one. I need to put a big turd hitting the earth for this one. That's what we need. What's up, my friend?
Oh, right on time.
Hey. All right. I accepted. Make sure that you turn on shared chat.
Yep. Where did it go? There it is.
Movies like this make me root for the asteroid.
There, sharing chat.
Dan, before we get into this, how much research did you do for this movie? I, as an American, did zero. But you and Will sometimes do research.
A tiny bit. Not as much as I'd like.
Okay, let me bring up IMDb then, so I have that ready.
Fact. Oh, I got like IMDb stuff, but there was some like asteroid stuff I wanted to look into after the fact, where I'm like, I should have taken 5 minutes. How are you doing, sir?
You know what? Today has been an absolutely fantastic day.
I'm so glad.
It's one of those days where, like, nothing special or great happened, but everything I did worked out the way I wanted it to. Like, everything went, it was like when you hit all green lights. It just doesn't happen that often, but I hit all green lights today in everywhere and everything I did. It just turned into a great day. I got all my work done. I got 3 new clients for lawns. I got their lawns mowed, even though I shouldn't have been able to fit them in my schedule at all. I got to do my training, and I pushed my numbers even further than I was shooting for. So I was happy with that. It's just been a fantastic day. How about you?
It's been a bit of a week, to be perfectly honest. This is my late week, so I'm starting at noon and going till 8. Something happened at work, which obviously we can't discuss yesterday, which was just kind of really unfortunate. And then today, nothing bad happened. It's just been a lot this week. And then as I was leaving work, already running late, so I was already a little bit behind when I normally would to get here. There is, I don't know, in Canada. Oh, I love that you have that as a redemption on your channel. I didn't realize you had Will's cartoon as a, probably an emote. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's just an emote.
In Canada, we give the natives certain perks in the sense of like we don't tax them on certain things, so they can sell goods for a better price than we can. So like gas, especially if you can go to a reserve and get it, it's significantly cheaper. I've only been doing this for like a couple of weeks, like pretty much since the war started and gas prices went through the frickin' roof. So I was like, okay, well, I know I'm already running a little bit late, but it's going to save me like $12 in gas or something, so I might as well like make my way out of my way to go to the reserve. And the road was closed, so like I'm already on the highway going away from my house. The exit I need is now closed. Now I need to go to a further exit. No idea where I'm going at this point. Don't know how to make it back to the gas station. Like it just added significant amount of time to my already running late schedule.
Well, you're here now.
Yeah.
Did you save $12?
No, I got that in the little town next to me, which is still cheaper than the big town I work in, but not as cheap as the reserve. All right, let's close that. Okay, so let's try this question again.
Oh, do you got like a game for us to play to start off?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I assume you had a bit of a.
We're running late anyway. Yeah, we probably should just jump into this and stuff. Why? I got this little curl of hair. It's driving me nuts. Got to have perfectly coiffed hair, guys. That's the secret to life and happiness. Making sure your hair is perfectly coiffed. There we go. There we go. I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Wow. There's so much fun stuff to talk about tonight.
Yeah, I'm going on a rant for sure. In fact,
get in there a little bit too, okay?
I might come out of a rant once in a while.
All right, just bringing up all the stupid weekly stuff that I need.
Oh, I need to change to R rating on the because I'm not playing Survive the Night anymore, so we're in talk show.
Okay.
All right, there's that. Update that one a bit. It does feel empty in here. We didn't get the chance, really. We didn't even talk about it, really, but about bringing somebody in as a third, as a filler. A lot of times we do that, but we didn't even think about it.
I'm not going to lie. I was curious to see what a Brian and Dan episode would look like. And if it goes well, then we don't have to have a third. And if it doesn't, we've always got next week we can...
He's planning on cutting you out, Will. Get your contract ready now.
contract. Negotiations. We are working for pennies and whatever the audience is willing to be generous with.
We work for emotes around here.
And even then, they're somewhat.
Yeah.
It's iffy. All right, sorry. I think I've got basically everything I need. Seth.
Oh, hey, what episode were we doing when Will stripped? It's a redemption on your channel, but I want to get the
Anchorman.
Anchorman, that was it. Okay, I'll go back and get Anchorman. I couldn't find that clip. I want to get that. Plus just some of us laughing or being angry, which will probably happen in this video.
This episode.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bubba Hotep. I appreciate you, buddy. Wow, Wonderful D streaking over here. Nicely done. Okay, I do have 2 videos from Will, which I have not seen, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
And then we can just jump into this, do our regular thing. I'll just kind of point out that, you know, without Will here, we're just kind of like, while Will's away, the cats will play or whatever that's saying. Can I not? I guess I can. Okay. My whole Elgato system has been doing weird things the last little while. And
Yeah.
specifically does not want to control my camera anymore.
Right, Stream Deck and the Elgato sound stuff has been messing with me lately, and I don't even understand what's happening. The other day I was streaming live, and all the audio just quit. And then like 2 minutes later, it just came back all by itself. No reason or rhyme to it. It's never happened before.
Yeah, same actually. I was having there like I don't know what's going on, and I didn't even click anything. I just like, oh, there it is. I'm like,
yeah,
cool, thanks. Emma is also streaking significantly less, much smaller streak, but we still appreciate you, Emma. Okay, there we go. Now can I? Hey, there we go. All right, let's close that down. Okay, so I've got the scores. I've got Canva. I've got IMDb. Got you. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. We're good to go. You good to go?
I'm good to go. Yeah. Oh, I haven't rated this thing at all, but
It's fine. I'm guessing you'll be able to count it on one hand.
yeah, honestly, yeah, probably.
Started competing our rating on Thursday nights with Faust and Panda Blue. Oh, RoboCop, don't give him good ideas. Adam is having a giveaway for a Steam Deck, Dan. I've got a. I mean, I wouldn't hate one of the like extra large Steam Decks, the ones with like the 40 buttons. I have the one with the dials on it, which is nice, but more buttons. More buttons.
Sorry, just putting down some numbers here.
Oh, I'm just faking this movie all the way through. I watched this movie this morning. I forgot it was Thursday when I woke up. Oh, fuck, I guess I know what I'm doing with my morning. We don't shame for streak size.
Real quick, let me do something on the calculator so I can see what my actual score is here. Because I know what I want to just give it out of the box, but I'm gonna
This is the kind of movie that honestly makes me sad that we don't just rate on emotion. Because like this would be a real low one, and it's like, oh, I feel like technically there are some decent aspects to it, just none of them are plot.
Wow. Okay.
Is your rating system failing you?
No. That's you know what's surprising is my rating system has never actually failed me. It's always been pretty close to what I kind of just felt like. It's amazing that I can just articulate each little point, average it out, and it really does come out usually where I like it.
Nice.
Because I know we all use different criteria, and so that's kind of an interesting thing that all our criteria is slightly different, but usually our scores are in the same ballpark too. So that's kind of cool.
Well, Will goes last. I'm sure he just makes up his score after he's heard what we say.
Yeah, Green Tuckian, I was the same way. It was the same way, buddy.
Yeah. Honestly, same. Anyways, we'll get into it. You good?
Yeah, good.
All right. Let's see. Okay, crap. I did label them. I'm smart. All right, here we go.
Greenland migration 2026. 9 months after the world-ending comet has struck Earth, those fortunate enough to make it to the bunkers finally take a look outside, only to immediately close the hatch again for another 4 years. But now they're forced to leave the bunkers as the damn things have caved in, and we follow the Garrity family once more as they search for a place to call home in a whole new world.
You can't even blame me for leaving the camera on too long on that. Oh, even Will's not here. He makes me laugh. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Our Rating, the show where I get together with two of my friends. We take a movie franchise, break it down by movie, give it an overall score, and throw it back up on the board to see where it lands compared to the other movie franchises. Unfortunately, this week we are not joined by Will, so it's just me and Brian going solo, seeing how we rate Greenland 2, although we will have Will show up at the very end just to give his overall score. But until then, Brian, how are you doing?
I'm having a great day, Dan, and that has nothing to do with this film.
Oh, I think we're gonna have a good time tonight.
Oh yeah. For those of you who have never seen one of these episodes, at the end of the film, we put together our personal scores. The three of us. We will have Will's score in for this as well. And Dan throws up a list, and we show the average for the entire franchise. We also do this for our Patreon picks, so that we can compare these franchises to one another, and you can see our individual scores and how it comes out as a whole. So be sure to stay tuned for that.
Very nice. Very nice. Brian, I know the answer, but is this the first time you've seen Greenland 2?
Yes, it was the first time I watched this. In fact, we put up the watch party, which you members can on Patreon can come and hang out every week. We have a movie, usually the movie we're going to be reviewing it in there. This watch party was a bit lonesome. It was just me and Windstorm in there, and to be honest, I wasn't even paying attention to the movie because I had some stuff going on. It was Easter Sunday. And I just put it on there for the viewers. So Windstorm watched it. He talked to me a little bit about it, but I ended up turning it off of my cell phone halfway through. And then I went back the next day and rewatched it. And I found that the first half was probably the better half of the movie, and it only got worse.
So I didn't know this franchise existed until you suggested it like 2 weeks ago. So I didn't know this movie came out. This movie's brand new. I didn't realize this just came out this year in 2026. In January, sorry, obviously it's 2026. So that was kind of surprising how recent this is, and the fact that, honestly, the first one even got a sequel. I did like the first movie quite a bit, and I was excited to see where this one could possibly go based off of where they left us.
As was I.
And it just did not live up to expectations. The watch party, I would have loved to have joined you for that, but I watched this one this morning. I woke up and realized, like, oh crap, it's Thursday. I need to watch this movie finally. So I put it on at like 7:30 this morning, went all the way through it, and was immediately so regretful I couldn't have joined you in the watch party, because like more so than anything else we've seen, I would have loved to have seen your face during most of this movie, even though you're silent. Just the amount of like, oh fuck, come on, that was happening. I'm sure the entire time.
Like I said, unfortunately, I was doing an Easter egg hunt with my kids, so it was pretty much Windstorm watching the film by himself. And then when I came back to shut everything down, he told me, he's like, dude, you don't want to see this. You don't want to go back and see this. Unfortunately, I did go back and see this. This movie upsets me so much because I, like you, I really enjoyed the first one for what it was. I'm a big fan of movies like Deep Impact, Armageddon. As dumb as they are, I love world-ending movies. This was a world-ending movie, as you can see behind me. And the first movie was fairly realistic in its idea of what's going to happen and how our characters are going to survive. And so I really enjoyed that little bit of realism. We did have the problems with the plot interconnecting all those different exciting moments. They did some lazy Hollywood stuff to tie it all together. You can watch that video by subscribing and finding our earlier video from last week. This movie was Hollywood taking a big steaming dump on the franchise. They absolutely did not care at all about what was created in the first movie. They literally just destroy everything that was worked for right off the bat. We saw the same kind of thing happen going from Aliens to Alien 3, where they kill off all the survivors and just reset everything. That's what happened here. Immediately just pissed me off. It's like, what was the point of going to the bunker and surviving the initial impact and opening the door 9 months later just to have the sequel say, nope, we're going back underground for a few more years, and then destroying the bunker and everybody that survived?
I hope that was a rhetorical question because I don't have an answer, obviously. Yeah, going back, like, agreed. Like, the first movie was well done because it was so realistic and more realistic than other movies in this genre.
Yes, we didn't have, oil miners on an asteroid. We had real people trying to survive in what could be a real way.
Right. And then you get to this movie, and it's like almost from the very beginning, like this movie kind of slaps you in the face. Like the first thing that you see is images of the world being destroyed. And I don't necessarily love world-ending movies, but I love post-apocalyptic movies.
Yes.
So like seeing the Sydney Opera House, seeing the Eiffel Tower, seeing all that stuff, I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then my brain was like, this is the end of the first movie. They're just showing you the same imagery you've already seen in the first movie. There's no new things there. And I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. And then you get the Gerard Butler character wandering out into the wasteland and exploring like the lifeboats and the wreck of this. They called it a destroyer. It looked like an oil tanker to me.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I don't know why they call it a destroyer.
Right. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then they slap you in the face with this like, oh, there's an electrical storm directly on top of you. And the electrical storm looks like all the lightning is being generated from 5 feet off the ground. And I'm just like, what are we seeing right now? Where did this come from? How does he outrun it? Like, it's like 10 feet behind him.
Yeah, that's what bothered me. He outruns it.
To get to the bunker.
Yeah, they did that same Hollywood thing where, the runway is 27 miles long because they want to make the scene longer. He's outrunning this thing, which came out of nowhere. Like, this thing blew in over like 100 miles away in like 5 seconds, and then suddenly he's on foot outrunning the thing just for dramatic effect. That was stupid, right?
And that's like the first 2 minutes of the movie. Like, it just starts off by being like, oh, you're dumb, right? You're going to enjoy this because you're dumb. It's like,
and now we did get to one part of the movie, which I had, if you watched last week, I was asking for this. I wanted to see what life was like in the bunker and maybe have some information about who was picked and why and that sort of thing. We got a little bit of that. We got a little bit of life in the bunker, which was interesting. I could have done with maybe more or a better version of what they showed us. It just looked like really cramped quarters and angry people, basically. And then we talked about like the therapist saying there were twice as many therapists picked as any other type of person for this.
That was actually a good line. I like that. That does make sense.
And that was very interesting to me, so I would have liked a little bit more of that. And then all of a sudden we get earthquakes and we get the stupid fault line going along the ground right up to the door of the bunker, I guess to show to the audience that the bunker's gonna be destroyed by that. Like, and then the tidal wave comes in after everybody gets to those boats and just kills everybody. And what was weird is these people have been living together for like 4 or 5 years or something. And you'd think that there would be a little bit more compassion, a little bit more neighborly help to one another. But immediately when they're trying to get the lifeboat, everybody's just like killing each other, just stabbing each other in the back, whatever they can do. Stealing masks and stuff. It was terrible. It was absolute chaos. It didn't feel like this was a community that survived the end of the world to immediately just ruin each other over the lifeboats. And then the tidal wave comes through and kills everybody but our cast.
Well, I would assume that the other people in the lifeboats would be fine because lifeboats are kind of built to survive things like that, right? Like they're kind of built to roll and make. They may not be feeling well inside those boats, but they shouldn't die from that. But everybody on that beach is gone.
Yeah, and they were like, the boat's gonna capsize. Like, those lifeboats don't capsize. They're designed to always flip back up the right way.
Yeah, that. Okay, because I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure they can flip over, but they're designed to
just roll over. Yeah, and they come right back up is how they're balanced. I'm not an expert in that. I don't know. I'll give it to them, whatever.
Oh, there's a whole lot I'm gonna talk about in this episode that I'm not an expert in.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I'm smarter than the people who made this film.
Yeah. So Dan, after they get to the lifeboats, they go to like the mainland with this stutter step of transition, like they run out of gas or whatever, and they're just kind of like, are we gonna make it? Are we not?
Running out of gas, nothing. That gas is fucking liquid at this point. 5 years later.
Yeah, 5 years, no way.
In the beginning.
Yeah, no way it's working in the first place.
In the water. But, okay, sure. Also, lifeboats can travel roughly 10 knots, maybe 15 at best. It's going to take them 17-ish days to get to England from Greenland. This is one of the few things I did look up. They say specifically they've got rations for like 5 days.
Yeah.
There's no chance they're making this trip, let alone the fact that I don't even know they know which direction they're going.
And the currents have reversed or something for some reason that they didn't really explain. So I don't know.
Because it probably helps push the boat towards England. Like they probably
I guess
explain, like the water's going to help out, because otherwise they just go back to Greenland, right? Like
yeah,
they just get back the way they came.
If they had 5 days of rations in the boat, how come he didn't secure that the first time he went through the boats? That would be something you'd want to take back to the bunker, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
none of it
makes
makes any sense. He like pokes his head in the boats and looks around. Nope, nothing here. I'm out. And then later they have a gas that works after 4 years, food for 5 days for like 20 people. Like that's a jackpot find for him out scavenging. That was dumb. Instead, no, he's like, I'm going to use this 1.25-inch wrench. Wow, this is great. Like, come on, it was just stupid.
Oh, jackpot! like
at least
all that food, but
yeah,
tools?
At least show me a crescent, like an adjustable crescent wrench, right? Not just the 1.5-inch wrench that no one in their right mind ever uses ever for anything.
It was a monkey wrench, wasn't it? Like one of the.
Yeah, it was a box end crescent wrench. It was like an inch. It was like a large one that you never really used as a mechanic. Like, give me the 7/16, man, the 1/2 inch. Don't give me the 1.25 that no one's whatever. Just lots of stupid stuff. Like this plot was so full of holes. But then, and this was a huge change of pace that I was not expecting, they finally get to the mainland and there's people everywhere.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? Like,
so I want to check. I'm not checking something. I know the answer to this, but like, they talk about like Canada and North America is like wiped out. It's basically all gone. There's nothing there. We need to go to Europe. Europe is where Clark hit. It's the main impact zone.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's safety right there. Like, North America is gone from all that rubble that came down, but the big one, let's go where the big one went. I'm like, I don't understand how that makes a lick of sense. And then you're right, you get to the mainland, and I'll say when the boat landed on the top of a building, like that
was cool.
Imagery, like that I was really on board.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like kind of try to bring me in a little bit, and then they find a whole civilization in England that's still just fine. Like they just get their basements when the main one.
I was a little blown away because they get to land and they're walking up the street and all of a sudden there's just like a bunch of people that just run by like out of nowhere. And I was like
1 or 2 and I'm like, oh, interesting. And all of a sudden there's like a marketplace full of people.
Yeah.
And they're holding like revolutions, being like anti-government. And then there's like a military base that survived above ground.
I wasn't expecting any of that. They didn't really foreshadow. I mean, they I guess they did. They talked about how some areas survived and a lot of areas didn't. But that was like it. That was like the line. And then come to find out, like a lot of areas really did survive, although they look like, they're dealing with fallout.
If you had areas survive in like the mountains in China or like Australia or something, sure. These people are not that far from the impact site. And we saw like the impact site, if I understood the first movie correctly, hit Europe and send tremors all the way to Greenland.
Yeah,
and
look,
these guys are in England, and they're like, we're good.
This is it. That's what it freaking hit. And that's where they're gonna go. Hey, this is safety right here. This is safe. Let's go here. This is a safe spot. Let's go here. No, you fucking morons! You just destroyed that side of the planet. Go to the other side of the planet. You want to go that way. That's the way you want to go. So dumb. It was just so dumb. Everything about this plot was just ridiculously Hollywoodized, right? And I'm sure when we get our clip from Will, which you and I have not seen yet, I'm sure Will is probably going to agree with us that Hollywood shit all over this movie because it didn't care. It just didn't care. It's like, we're gonna sell tickets to people who want to see exciting stuff, and we're not even gonna make any sense of why the stuff happens, which brings me to my next scene that I was so pissed off over. It's the ladder scene, the rope bridge ladder scene, right? Out of nowhere, You want to cover something else before we get there?
Just really quickly, just so we're going semi-chronological. Why is the English Channel empty? Like where did all that water just evaporate to?
I don't. They just got off a boat. They hit tops of skyscrapers where the water was way higher than it should have been, and then suddenly the English Channel's gone.
Like bone dry. And even like the what you're talking about, where the ladder was over top of, which incredibly stupid. That I would assume would be full of water, right? Like that would make sense. If all the water was gone, you'd still
or something, right? I mean, I assume that was a fault that opened up, right?
Maybe, but
I don't know. But who built the bridge? Who built the bridge? How did they build the bridge? Because everybody's using like Tinker Toys to assemble this ladder bridge to get across. Made out of the road bridge is made out of shoelaces. I swear to God, it was the dumbest looking bridge ever. And why are they going 10 at a time across a rope bridge made out of spaghetti noodles? For the love of God, send the fat guy first. If he makes it, then it's one at a time. Go, 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 and everybody's fine. And of course, our family gets to the exact middle of the bridge when the wind kicks up out of nowhere and an earthquake happens when they're on the ladder. This stuff's been here for I don't know how many years on the surface, and out of nowhere, just this perfect timing, it happens. The scene didn't even need to happen in the first place. Hollywood was just like, hey, this movie's pretty dull. We need to inject something else into it for the knuckle draggers who don't actually care about a plot. So we're just going to put a fault in there and have the family climb across these bridges like we're rubbing up against K2 on this film. It was... What an absolute way. The scene did not even need, if you cut the scene out of there completely, the story would still make perfect sense. It doesn't need to be in there. And it was only there because the movie is boring and they wanted another exciting sequence. And the sequence didn't make any sense at all.
I'm going to kind of disagree with you a little bit. I wasn't really bored during this movie. Not saying that I was like thoroughly invested or I really enjoyed it, but it does keep up a decent pace without these scenes. Like every time one of these scenes kicked in, I was like, okay, and I kind of tuned out for a little bit. But the scenes that weren't like the most ridiculous action sequence you've seen, because you're right, like that bridge scene has no business being in this movie or any movie. We've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Why does everything start going wrong the second they get there? Theoretically, it's been there for potentially 5 years. No problems whatsoever. We see a lot of parked cars there and not that many people, so they clearly made it across. But all of a sudden, these three get there, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, better have something ruin it. And it's not just like the wind knocks them over, like the island in the middle starts crumbling and falling.
Yeah.
Area is getting destroyed just because they happen to be there. And you're just like, I hate this so goddamn much. But them just like existing in the world, as I said, maybe it's just me because I like these post-apocalyptic.
You're right.
Theory.
As
I
far
don't
as
have a problem with it, but that shit pisses me off.
Yes, as far as seeing the world and experiencing the world, that's what this movie should have been. They should have dropped the high octane bullshit and just got to know these characters as they survived in the aftermath of this. That would have been interesting. It wouldn't have been this intense adrenaline rush that the first one was, but it could have had heart and character and been very interesting, and I would have enjoyed watching it. But this was just like, let's try and make adrenaline junkies get their fix here with no thought whatsoever about how to put these scenes in.
The whole thing with The Walking Dead, isn't necessarily about the zombies. It's about like humanity is the worst thing that's going to happen to humanity. Like they're the thing that's always scary. It's Negan. It's the people who wear the face masks, stuff like that. It's the cannibals. The zombies, we figured out. That's done. That's over with. Same thing with this movie. The comet came. It ruined the earth. Cool. Moving on. Now how are we going to get to the next thing? How are we going to survive? And instead, the comets apparently just, well, portions of it are just circling the planet, just falling down randomly when the movie gets boring. Fuck right off.
Some of the best scenes in the first movie were the interactions between the humans, right? The kid getting kidnapped from his mother and then later being rescued kind of by the soldiers when he speaks up. Those are some of the most powerful, evocative scenes in the film, and it didn't have anything to do with the comet other than the comet is what set the scene, right?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted from this. I wanted, how does life work in the bunker? How does life work out of the bunker? Show me some exciting stuff where you're dealing with conflict between human beings. That's what we need. And yeah, we could maybe put a meteor shower or something in there once in a while, or deal with radiation exposure or something.
You could have had the fissure be in the middle of England, or like London, let's say. So there's still this deep thing they have to cross, but instead of it being this rope bridge that makes no sense, it's like a building has fallen down. So you still get the tension of we have to crawl over this thing. There's death coming. The kid's afraid of heights, but it makes more sense in my brain. And then the building could just be crumbling because it's a freaking old building hanging over a gulf.
Yeah,
that would make sense. You don't have to implode like the wind is kicking up and like everything's getting worse. Like it's
I'd have been fine with that.
Insulting to your intelligence, and it just bothers me.
Yeah. Or just have the car going across a rickety bridge that's been hit with a meteor, and it starts to crumble or something. I don't care, anything. Actually, your building idea is better. Forget what I said. But either way, the scene sucked. It shouldn't have been in here, and they kept doing more and more scenes like that.
Yeah.
Did you do any research on the radiation that they kept talking about? Was that because maybe nuclear power plants got destroyed?
So we kind of discussed that last week. I didn't look into it all that much. Windstorm sent me something, and I was reading in about that. See, I'm of two minds, because he went into some scientific knowledge about like what comets are and whatnot, but theoretically, with the universe being infinite, we could get hit by anything. It could have anything on it. Like, I'm not opposed to being like, okay, the meteor is radioactive because of God knows why. It is what it is.
Right.
The universe is infinite, so be it. Like, I'm okay taking certain leaps when the movie presents itself and just says, this is what's happening, be with it. And I'm like, okay, cool. But the problem is, for whatever reason, Greenland, where the comet did not strike, is radioactive, and he's getting lung cancer from being outside. And where the comet did strike is, spoilers, the Garden of Eden. And I'm just like, I can't wrap my brain around how these two things make sense in the same movie. Like, either the comet is like the building blocks of life, and it connects with, you know, the ocean or whatever, and it's fertile. Great. Okay, so be it. Why is the rest of the planet going nuclear then?
Yeah,
they power plants, but like, explain that in some way.
Yeah, explain that in some way, because to my knowledge, kinetic energy from an impact of a rock does not create radiation that I know of. So I just don't understand. And if they would have said, hey, there were several nuclear power plants that their cores cracked and overheated, or whatever Hollywood BS they want to do, fine, I'll go with it. But this was just like random radiation. And you're right, Greenland wasn't Clark. Well, it wasn't Clark. And why is it radioactive? And yet Clark is, you know, the land before time. Like, they come over, and I was like, where's Littlefoot? Because that's the land before time. They didn't even, like, they took the freaking graphic from that cartoon and they just pasted it into this scene. They didn't even try. It was just this lush, fertile valley with waterfalls coming into the crater. Where does the water go? If the waterfall has been filling up the crater for 5 years, you have a lake. That's it. This is dumb. Somebody take the scriptwriter outside and slap them in their face.
I'm loving this episode. So I want to go back a little bit, because we did kind of just jump
ahead a ways. Yeah.
What do you think about the fact that the original Nathan died in the bunker, and they just found another kid and named him Nathan? Because this kid is not the same actor. This kid does not have diabetes, and this kid aged way more than he should have in 5 years. The original actor is 7, and this guy specifically says, I'm 15, and my brain is like, 7 plus 5 does not equal 15, my friend.
Yeah.
This kid mentions one time he needs his insulin, and they grab pills, and he's fine the rest of the movie. I looked this one up. Insulin has an incredibly short shelf life, especially if it's not refrigerated. But even refrigerated, it's got like a 1 month shelf life. This kid is fucking dead. There's no way Nathan has made it this far, which is why they didn't want him in the bunker in the first place. But it's fine, because we replaced him from the kid with Jojo Rabbit anyways. I mean, decent actor, all things considered. But like, like this, they cared so little about this movie that they completely forgot one of the main plot points of the first one, which is this kid has diabetes, and how long they were in the bunker for, because he goes from 8 to 15. They just don't give a shit. And if they don't care about this movie, why the hell should we?
Yes, 100% in agreement with you. So many things wrong with this film. Chat was talking about Iceland not being there. They mentioned apparently twice that Iceland isn't there.
Iceland is gone, as they say.
And I didn't understand why. Like, that was kind of weird, even though technically this movie was filmed in Iceland, not Greenland, but whatever.
I don't know if they meant that it's
ravaged
gone, like
or
it's literally
been struck.
Like it's Atlantis, or like it's like sunken, or if they meant it's gone as in like civilization's no longer there.
Yeah.
But the island is still there. They didn't really explain that, but it's fine. We're not going there anyways. So
yeah. So one big issue that I had was right off the bat, Gerard Butler, John Garrity, he's got a cough. He's got the Hollywood cough where you know he's going to die. If he doesn't,
you see blood, you go, oh
yes, yeah, you know he's gonna die. And so they set him, they show the audience, hey, he's gonna die. We want to soften the blow for later in the movie when we shoot him and he dies a couple days earlier than he would have died, which isn't really a big difference. It was just a more dramatic finish so that they could have him fall over after clearing the top of the crater and seeing the lush valley below, and then he could die with his family and they all cry holding his head or whatever. Pissed me off. It was like, don't give him the cough. Let's let him die at the very edge and it be a true tragedy where he was this close to making it and he didn't. That would have been way cooler to me. They didn't have the guts to pull that off. I hate when they do that. In The Edge of Tomorrow, there was a script where the lead, Tom Cruise, dies at the end, and they said, no, that's too dark. We're going to let him succeed and win and live through this. I think Edge of Tomorrow would have been way better had Tom Cruise died. And they do that in Hollywood. They're afraid to kill characters in a tragic fashion. And I think true tragedy and heartbreak adds that emotional character to a movie. This movie had no emotional character whatsoever. They were afraid to kill this guy off in a good way. And that upset me. His cough, the radiation for no reason that caused him to have this cough, which they didn't even explain what it really was. He just told his wife, I got 6 weeks to live, and that's it. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think about him and his medical situation, and then in them ending him at the end of the movie?
Didn't give a shit about his cough whatsoever. Didn't care, to be perfectly honest. I'm not trying to be super dismissive, but like, it's a Hollywood. You've seen it so many times. You know he's going to make the movie, and then he's going to sacrifice himself because he's dead anyways.
Exactly.
They just played their hand way too early with that. I would have liked at the very beginning when he goes out. Sorry, we're backtracking a little bit. When he goes out to scavenge, if like 5 people had gone out, even if they went in all separate directions, just show that it's not just Gerard Butler's character that's like the only person doing this.
Yeah,
that's a little thing, but that would have made me feel better about the fact that like, no, everybody's fine, guys.
Everybody's got a role. He's the engineer. He fixed the water supply that would have saved their lives for months to come had they not immediately just destroyed the whole bunker the next day. Why is he the dude scavenging the beach? Why not have somebody else that job? How about somebody who wasn't selected and got into the bunker without a wristband? They don't have a reason to be there. That's the guy who gets to go, dig around. I don't know. It's just,
we'll let you in, but this is your job now.
Yeah. You're gonna be the janitor because we didn't assign a janitor to the bunker. Yeah. Stupid.
Could be not bad.
I mean, I don't care who they get to do the job, but Gerard Butler shouldn't have been the guy doing that job.
No,
he's not the guy you risk.
The one doing it.
Yeah. It would have been better if it was his wife, At least she didn't have a reason for being there. She was just married to the guy who got You know,
Well, she was on the council that decided to let people in, so you know.
I guess
I did like that letting the people in wasn't the thing that destroyed the bunker.
Yeah,
That would have bothered me more. Like, I didn't love the earthquake, but I could appreciate the earthquake more than if it was like, oh, we let people in. Oh, what a terrible idea that was. I shouldn't have trusted people. That's where I thought we were heading, because clearly they're leaving the bunker. The movie's called Migration.
Yeah.
But I was kind of happy they didn't take that.
I didn't expect them to be like villains or something they let in. I think that would have been cool. I think that would have been better than the earthquake myself. So I kind of like that idea. It was fun watching them argue.
People is how you die. You know what I mean? Like it's so overdone. And honestly, the entire time in this movie, everybody is just really full of trust, almost to a fault. Now I'm kind of going back on what I just said. Maybe if the people at the very beginning had been untrustworthy, but then everybody else was trustworthy that they met, maybe that'd be something.
I don't know.
I don't know. But like every person they meet along the way, including their like friend who lives in England, who like out of nowhere, like, oh yeah, we went to grad school together, whatever that was. I'm like, who is this person? Like,
yeah, apparently they talked on the radio 9 months ago.
No, there was like a connection. Like they used to hang out or something. Like.
Oh really? Oh, I must have missed that as I was trying not to fall asleep.
Fair. And then they meet the French guy who's like, hey, I've known you for 12 minutes. Like, here's my daughter. Take her with you. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
not trusting enough apparently.
The 12-year-old, 15-year-old son, he wasn't questioning it though. He was pretty excited. Although there was a weird, like, they were like had a connection at the beginning, which was, hey, if you're ever trying to get a girl under a blanket, all you need is some stars drawn on that blanket, a flashlight, and you could just. There you go. I don't know how that worked, but whatever. But then, like, they had a connection.
Post-apocalypse, and your numbers are limited.
They had a connection, and then later it seemed like a couple's quarrel was happening, but we didn't have any information on it. Like maybe that scene got cut out. Did you catch that? I kind
of assumed that was to do with the fact that she just lost her parents. So like she's at home with her parents, and they're kind of have a connection. And then she's all of a sudden on the road with these strangers, and she's just not feeling quite as comfortable. That's why.
I guess.
I don't know if it was
the fact that that's ambiguous is a problem, right?
Fair.
That should be obvious to the viewers. We should be able to understand what these emotions are that we're seeing on the screen. I thought they were having a lover's quarrel that we weren't a part of. You thought it was leaving her family. There were other moments where she was really happy that she was going away. You know, it seemed like she wanted that to happen. Not that she wanted to get away from her parents, but she was okay with migrating. So I don't know.
I'm sure there's some amount of like feeling stuck for years. Like your mom is clearly sick and dying, and like they're your parents, but like it's time to move on with your life at some point, right?
At some point, I guess.
How long do you want to live in this garage with nothing?
Well, here's the thing, Dan. If it's your daughter and your wife is in a wheelchair, do you give away your daughter to a stranger you met 24 hours ago, who, by the way, has a son the same age as your daughter? Or do you figure out a way to roll your wife to fucking safety? I think I try pushing my whole family. Like, I try to stay together. I'm not giving my kid away. You have daughters, I have sons, so.
Yeah.
My kids piss me off every once in a while. I might shove them out the door regardless of who's out on the other side.
It's really tough. That's a really good question, because like, okay, so first off, in this movie, unlike the first one, I wasn't putting myself in like any of these situations.
Neither was I. No.
Rolling my eyes the entire time.
Nope. Not relating to any of it.
I really thought about this. There is a I've got 3 daughters. If it's a matter of looking after my wife who can't look after herself, or keeping my 3 daughters alive, I think I lean towards keeping my daughters alive, which sounds incredibly harsh.
But your wife would want you to do that too.
Be on board with that. You know what I mean? Like, I think she'd be like, yeah, no, like.
I know if I was
the best life they can.
If I was holding my family back, I would take a pill or something. I'd put myself out of the equation and leave a note. Sorry, you all need to get to safety, and I'm holding you back. So but I don't know if I could tell my wife, hey, bye, honey. I'm taking the kids. See you later.
Yeah, no, for sure. Which was it? He was the one that gave them a car, though, right?
Yeah, he gave him a car.
So take the wife with you? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't have to push them. Just throw her in the front seat and you're good to go.
Now,
Like,
granted, the wife wasn't making it across the rope bridge, obviously, but
no, but you get a couple more days with her.
we could have come up with another like, let's drive south a little ways.
This is after the rope bridge. This
Oh,
is
was it after?
the rope.
That's right. It's
This
after the
is
rope.
the-
So it
this
doesn't
is
even
the
matter.
vehicle they get because gas is plentiful.
Yeah.
Where they go and they end up getting caught by the French soldiers.
I don't know. Maybe French soldiers. Oh,
so
and
many
then
people.
the battle scene, running through the field of the battle scene. Oh my
we will
god.
Get there. We will get there. It's like, okay, first off, to answer your original question about Gerard Butler, his cough couldn't care less about. The ending scene where he does get shot was very interesting to me, and maybe you'll have a different take on this. They're fighting over a rifle, right? Like it's a long barreled gun. It's not.
Yes, it's a hunting rifle.
Something. And you hear 2 shots, and with those 2 shots, he gets shot in the belly, and the other guy dies. So does he get shot first, and then when he's weakened, turn the gun on the other guy? Or does he kill the other guy and somehow get it? Like, I just couldn't wrap my head around how he
I
got
had that
shot
same
and the other
thought.
guy died with 2 bullets. Like, what?
I had the same thought,
What
Dan.
is the order that this happened?
It doesn't, because they're 2 shots fired quite close in succession. It's like bang, bang. That to get shot in the belly and then kill somebody in 3 seconds time, like you're doing some John Wick gunplay in that bus. That's what's happening in there. It didn't make any sense, but neither did anything in this movie. So
for sure, but I just had to bring that up 'cause it's I don't understand how that makes sense.
have the other guy have like a pistol or something, right? So and you could show it. Hey, he shoots the guy and the other guy shoots him at the same time, and now they're one's dead, one's gonna be dead. That would have been better. That scene didn't make any sense. Like everything else, they didn't care. They just wanted to set up this dramatic sequence where they're overlooking Littlefoot's Valley and he's dying in his wife's arms. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so then we jump ahead to the next scene that we want to talk about, or that I want to talk about, which is they're having a little picnic and they're like playing family games, which I kind of liked to just like relieve the tension a little bit. And then these soldiers come up and they're all in military gear. And the soldier comes up and starts talking to them in French. Makes sense, we're in France. The daughter that we just picked up responds in French. Makes sense, she's from France. And then the soldier speaks to them in English. Why? Like, you started communicating in French, they responded in French. Oh shit, I better speak English to these people. I'm just like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and didn't John Garrity try talking to the guy in English at first and wasn't getting anywhere?
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere,
yeah.
the other guy, I don't know, maybe we swapped a character and they came in and we didn't see it, or that got like a bad edit in the film room or something, and we did have a different soldier come in who speaks English. I don't know. It was an awkward greeting that didn't make any sense, like the rest of this movie.
Yeah.
And it was dumb. And then she's like, hey, this is my dad. He's friends with your commander, and your commander's supposed to get us across this war zone. Go ahead, Dan. You take this rant for me.
This incredibly brave and genuine soldier is like, oh, your dad knew this guy? Cool. I'm going to walk you and these civilians directly through the middle of a war zone at night. There's bombs going off, there's missiles, there's bullets everywhere. Like, this is all of a sudden World War II, that they're just like, we're gonna just go right down the middle. Nobody will mind. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Why go down the middle? Why? Like, you have two fighting sides, and apparently they come up from the middle and then go through the front lines to get back to their side. Why not just go around and behind? Like, I don't know.
Have these been active combatants for 20 or for the last 5 years? Like, why can't we just be like, cool, we're in the middle of a fight right now, give us an hour, 2 hours, whatever it's going to take, and then we'll walk you through when it's calmed down. No,
Yeah.
they're just like, this is just the reality. What are they fighting over? Because like, I thought maybe they were like right on the edge of the promised land, but
they
they're still
did
quite a
explain
ways
that.
away.
They kind of explained that. They said one faction was trying to secure the crater, and the other faction was trying to take it from them. But then
why were neither of them at the crater? They get to the crater and it's bare.
exactly. Why are neither of them at the crater? Why is it when you get into the crater, there's a whole civilization built there and none of it looks military? No. None of it looks military. It looks like Settlers of Catan down there.
Yes. They've got like crops and everything all around the place. I'm just like, what?
So none of that made any sense at all, just like the rest of this movie. where they just had, hey, we want them to run through a war zone. Honestly, I feel like they built this movie just so that they could make the freaking commercial. Like they just took all the clips of this exciting stuff and then put it in a commercial, and you go into the theater like, wow, this is going to be an edge of my seat movie. No, this is going to be a stupid movie.
Yeah. They finally make it through the war zone. They get to the commander that's there, and he's like, hey, this is a friend of a friend. You're going to give us safe passage to this area that you're fighting over. Which right off the bat, like, we're fighting a war for this area. Why are we just going to give it to you? But whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, the commander's over there. He's dying. We don't have time to deal with you. Go away. And Gerard Butler has the fucking gall to say, we've been through a lot. To people who have been on the surface for 5 years while you've been living in a bunker. But like, oh my God, you had to survive a car ride and a boat. Oh, you got a really tough time, Gerard Butler.
And the bridge. The bridge.
And the bridge. It was
the windy bridge.
Dumb. These guys are in an active war zone. His commander is bleeding to death right over there. We've been through a lot.
Yeah.
You know, we had wine the other night. Oh. We had to hang out with people with Alzheimer's.
That scene was
let us in.
That scene was so, like, it was like offensively inappropriate in the fact that his entitlement had no bounds. It was just ridiculous, right?
Well, Will mentioned last week, like, oh, we're following the privileged people, and I didn't really agree with him last time.
I agree this time.
This week, I agree with him a lot.
Yeah, bunch of privileged
a lot
assholes.
Of what you guys were saying about last week was just turned to 11 in this episode. Like, you were talking about how, like, the lazy writing just to get from action scene to action scene to action scene. The first movie, I connected with the characters more, so that didn't bother me as much. This one was literally just like a string with just action sequences like tied along it. Just like,
yes,
there's nothing to get to it.
There was no good acting, no sequences where the only like emotional sequence was John's death scene, right? And you saw that coming.
You saw it coming so far.
Yes, you saw it coming from the very beginning of the movie. He had the Hollywood cough. You knew he was going to die. And then later he gets shot just to expedite it so it's even more intense. And there was a few minutes of them crying over it. I don't know. It was acceptable acting, but it didn't matter at that point because I just didn't care.
It was frustrating that they kept meeting new people, and the new people that they met had nothing interesting going on, no character development. They didn't really add anything to it. It was just like, here's a new person. Okay, we're gonna leave them. Okay, here's a new person. Okay, we're gonna leave them.
Yeah, it was just to get them things and direction, just to move them to the next point. That's all it was.
Yeah, they had the scientist with them who had like one line, despite the fact that I kind of wanted her to be the one talking most of the time.
Yeah,
and they just kind of kill her off, not off screen, but like as a side thought, just to be like, look how dangerous the world is.
Yeah, she's
okay.
I'll go first. Bam! You know, that was it. Yeah, she was actually kind of an interesting character because she had these theories about what was going on, and the theory crafting of the new world was kind of an interesting topic. And they shot her in the head as soon as something was interesting.
You hear the men, right? The people that are hijacking their car, the marauders or whatever, specifically say like, "Don't shoot the engine. We need that vehicle." Why did he stop the car? Why didn't he just drive faster?
Yeah.
They can't keep up to him. They're not blocking the road in any way that I saw.
That's right.
They get shot at and he stops and gets out of the car. I'm like, what are you doing?
How is it?
Survival instinct.
How is it that two men with fully automatic assault rifles can't take a family of three with what, 1-2 pistols? Like, no, it was like,
yeah, because the second pistol was a surprise.
Yeah. Like it was just ridiculous. And then the wife comes in with the cleanup shot. So I thought the wife was more of a badass in the first movie. And I felt like they watered her down and made her this like kind of pathetic person that needed John's help the whole time. And like she shot that guy. And I was like, bitch, you've been through so much worse. Why are you freaking out about that? She should have dropped him in a heartbeat and just been like, let's go. Because I
don't remember her reaction to it, to be honest.
Well, she had her kids stolen 5 years ago. You think she's gonna let anything happen to her family this time? No, I think. Yeah, I think she's ready to go. And I did not like the way they positioned her character in this. They made her look like really weak. She was very put into like that supporting role. And I think she should have been put in an equivalent position to John, especially when they showed him with his Hollywood cough. She should have been taking point in a lot more situations. But it's not like anybody was really taking point. They were just screaming, go, 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 most of the movie with just chaos happening around them all the time.
Yeah. As far as the actual crater goes, and this is where my scientific knowledge is going to fail me horrendously, so I'm just going to get your opinion on this. The whole point, if I understand it all, is that the comet has the hydrogen and whatever, so when it lands, it's got all the building blocks for life, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have seeds or, things that we actually have on this planet. So, like, is it creating new life? Or
no, the idea is
actually coming from.
The idea is supposed to be similar to that of a forest fire that clears out all of that vegetation, but because of all that destruction, you have a lot of carbon down into the soil. You have a fertile land for new growth to come in. But in the case of a comet, you have to have that life come into the comet from outside. Maybe the soil is fertile. Maybe it's filled with lots of mineral deposits from the meteor. But you also have kinetic energy of such a destructive force that any form of life was absolutely just wiped out by that. So it brought things to Earth that over millennia of years, you could then form the building blocks of life. Not 5 years.
Exactly. That was where I was going with.
Yeah, not 5 years.
Like,
it's not a utopia in 5 years.
The crater being like utopia 1,000 years from now, but in 5 years it being this lush, no, I was gonna say wasteland, this lush tropical paradise that we see in this movie. And like my brain was like, I don't think, are they hallucinating right now? Like,
honestly, I kind of wondered the same thing if they were hallucinating. I think they wanted the walls of the crater to be high enough to block out atmospheric conditions so the radiation clouds couldn't roll in. That's total bullshit. That was just total bullshit. Okay, first off, those mountains weren't high enough for that to take place. We're talking about stuff way higher than Everest. We're talking about stuff like on Mars, the big mountain on Mars, that kind of height where it's poking into the atmosphere. And that wasn't the case here. I mean, a dude had been shot in the gut, walked over the top of this crater. It's not tall enough. It's dumb.
It's okay, so to go back to your forest fire analogy for a second, maybe I'll cut this out of the video, I don't know. Forests are designed over a millennia to specifically deal with that. Like there are certain acorns, I think it is, or one of the seeds, where like the fire is what actually preps it to grow.
Yeah.
Right? Like it has to actually like heat up to the point where it cracks its
Well, I mean, it's not even that complicated. Like it just burns everything on the surface, but there's seeds and all sorts of nutrients in the ground that everything grows back out of. And because there's no trees blocking the sunlight anymore, you get lots and lots of fast growth right off the bat, right? It just makes a space and adds nutrients. Already. Yes, the life is still there.
The life is there.
Yes, there's no kinetic impact.
Everything is just gone.
Yeah, you're like past the mantle. You're through the crust on that impact. Everything is absolutely destroyed beyond what any kind of nuclear weapon we could create right now. Yeah. You know? Well, that's not true. There was actually a period in time after World War II where we literally created what was called the backdoor bomb. It's a bomb so big that it would destroy the entire world in one go, and you don't transplant it to your enemy, you launch it. You just detonate it, and it destroys the entire world. And there was a group of people actually trying to make a backdoor bomb so that we could tell our enemies, if you mess with us, we'll kill ourselves and everyone else. But it was a little too chaotic, even for us Americans, and so they shelved that one. It's called like the Sunshine Bomb or something like that. I forget the name of it. You can look it up. It's actually a real thing. A backdoor bomb is crazy.
I somewhat believe you, and also I'm just like,
That's 100% an American thing. We were like, we're not going to lose. We're not going to lose. We'll take them all.
We'll go full predator on your ass. We're dying, everybody's dying.
That's what it was. So, but yeah, the meteor strike had to have destroyed everything, and then life forms in a meteor in that crater over millennia, over eons, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was. I get that they wanted to have Gerard Butler and Marina Baccarin and whatnot still be alive, but everything in this movie felt so sped up to get to where they were. It just seems so ridiculous to me. I don't know that I've got a whole lot else to say other than if we just keep ranting and raving.
Yeah, it's all trash. It's all trash. Yeah. Do we have a clip from Will? I'd like to hear what he has to say about this movie.
We will, but it's gonna have his score in it, so we'll just play it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
when we do his
Are we going to
I
scoring
assume
right now then?
it's score in it. Well, I'll do the Patreon if you don't mind. And then-
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Cool. If you like what we do and you want to help support us, consider joining our Patreon. There's a link down below. Thank you to our producers, as well as our executive producer, Dino, and our head writers, Elder JM990, Miss Hillary, and Real Bubba Hotep. Thank you all very much. All right. You get to take us away?
Yeah. This movie's trash. I think the first movie is definitely worth watching. It's entertaining. It's got some exciting sequences. It's got its faults for sure. These world-ending movies are tough to make a decent plot out of, but Hollywood didn't try at all on this one. They had an opportunity to make something interesting for us to watch. They decided that they weren't even going to try. This is absolute garbage. The exciting sequences aren't even that exciting because they're so absurd. They're just so ridiculous and dumb and unnecessary that you're just rolling your eyes until you want to just turn this movie off. Honestly, I would have turned this off, but I had to finish it so I could rate it. This movie gets a 31 for me. Do not go see this film.
Well said. Well said. Where's my Google document?
I think the only redeeming quality of this movie was the little bits of inside the bunker in the beginning, which I wanted more and I wanted better and I wanted different. But at least they did have that. They did show us what society was like on the Earth's surface, even though none of it made any sense at all. And I thought that the special effects were okay. I mean, this movie's full of special effects, so they got to be pretty good because it's what's supposed to carry the film. Not that it possibly could.
We didn't have to talk about it. We didn't go into it, but like the one time where there is like a meteor shower for some reason, like
Oh, when they're hugging the trees?
they're hugging the trees, and the one guy's like, "It's my van. It's the only thing I got."
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead instantly, and they're all hugging. She's like, "We're good." What the fuck? How much asteroid is in the atmosphere? Because like there's a lot of things that hit Earth's atmosphere and burn up long before they get to the Earth, but like somehow there's enough chunks just hanging around 5 years later. Do we still have an action? Whatever. Fuck that.
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, it's theorized that at one time the moon was an asteroid belt around Earth. A large chunk of something hit the Earth and blasted a piece of the Earth up into the sky. And over millions of years, it coalesced into what we now see as the moon. I've heard of that theory. I don't know that much about it. But, I mean, why is the moon not stripping some of that stuff away from the Earth? Like,
Well,
and
yeah.
I know it could take millions of years for it to like coalesce and some of it fall down, some of it get pulled away. But like, I would have liked to see a shot where it shows stuff going into the moon, or even better would have been something cool like a huge chunk of the moon was missing, and that's why we had all this tectonic action going on Earth, because the moon was like knocked a little bit crooked out of its orbit. That would have been really cool and explain some of why we have the tectonic sliding all the time. I don't know.
So Bubba makes a point. There's what I thought, and I'm not looking into this stuff all that hard. An asteroid that big would have made the Earth dark for years. That's what I was under the
Yeah,
impression.
that
If we had
too.
a life-ending experience. There is dust, essentially, whatever in the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
ash in the air for years, which would have changed the temperature of the Earth and made everything either freeze or cook, depending on how it goes.
And like in the first movie, they come outside 9 months later, and they're like, "We good? Cool. Let's start calling people." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But this one, 5 years later, and like we've discovered new life on the planet. Whatever. Fuck this movie. Anyways, let's move.
Yeah.
on. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot. This episode.
That's okay. You're the one who has to edit it.
Woo! Oh, I don't edit this that hard anymore. Where'd my notes go?
You're damn right I do, strategist. You're damn right I do.
All right, this movie was the worst thing about this movie was the potential left over from the first movie. So I left the first movie thinking this could be a really nice starting place for this one. And instead of doing anything with that, they just kind of crapped all over their possibilities of what this movie could have been. And they didn't even make a good sequel in the sense like going a totally different direction. It was just bad. The music, I don't even remember, just uninspired. I don't really care. The cinematography, I'll give them actually some pretty decent points for. The movie did look really good. I liked a lot of the scenery that we got. Unfortunate that so much of it was left over from the first movie, but like the scenes in England where like the water is raised up and they're landing on top of the buildings, I thought that looked really cool. I don't really understand the English Channel not being there, but it did look decent. The crater was silly, but again, like looked okay. Like all the imagery did look good. So I do give it some points there. The acting, I mean, I know that these are good actors. I've seen them in better movies, but they just had nothing to do. And that's really unfortunate. And that leads into the plot. This is the most tired, boring, get from A to B and try to avoid death along the way plot that there is. We talked about the cough. We talked about there's nothing in this movie you haven't seen before from a script perspective, and that's really disappointing. And my enjoyment on this one was not zero. I will give that I did enjoy certain parts of this movie. It kept trying to pull me back in before kicking me back down and realizing like, no, this is not made for you. I didn't hate. I wasn't bored, but the problem is I wasn't bored because of how hard I was rolling my eyes most of the time. So this movie, I'm with Brian, gets a 34 from me. This is an absolute fail. I don't know why they made this movie. And it did really, really poorly. So I don't know if anybody knows why they made this movie. Something we didn't even talk about. I don't even know. Like, I didn't hear anything about this movie coming out. I never heard of the first one or the second one. They spent $90 million on this, and it made like $40 million. Like, this was a fail in every sense.
Well, good. A failure that hard means they probably won't make a third movie.
I can't imagine what they'd even do. I don't even care. Let's not even talk about it.
Yeah,
all right, let's get Will in here.
You know when you get to the end of a movie or story and you're excited by the possibilities of what could come next, or discussing how things could unravel from that endpoint? Yeah, Greenland Migration was nothing like that. To me, it felt like an unnecessary sequel where I had no interest in finding out what happened next with the Garrity family, and they forced it upon me because the first one made enough money to make a sequel. At no point was I worried about the Garrity family. I felt like they were on a Disney ride, and you knew exactly where it was going to end, you knew how they were going to get there, and you knew that they were going to be in about the same situation or condition as the end as when they started. And so it just felt like bland and unexciting. Nowhere in this movie did I feel the suspense or tension that I did in the first one, especially when the characters were separated from each other and going through their own challenges and stakes. That wasn't in this movie at all. It just felt like we're going from point A to point B, and any little issue along the way is going to kind of resolve itself easily. On top of that, they recast the kid actor, which, makes sense. There's 100 different reasons why that needed to happen. But I just didn't really like the kid in this one at all compared to the first movie. He was just kind of there. His medical issue had no relevance on the plot whatsoever, which is fine, but take it a different direction. But it was such a plot point in the first one, and then they were just like, oh yeah, we've got his medicine, he'll be fine. It was just weird. I just kind of felt like that about all the characters. They were just kind of there, and it just didn't do it for me. Yeah, at the end of the day, this just felt like a mediocre movie. I give it a 50 out of 100, which I feel is almost worse than giving a bad movie a lower score, because then at least you have something to poke fun of, or you can have fun with the hilarity of how bad the movie is. This is just so boring and mundane that it's shocking how useless this movie was to me.
I'm blown away that of all the movies where he talks about bad writing, this one got a fucking pass at 50.
Yeah.
Also, his energy's way too low for this episode. We've been fucking.
I know. We've been screaming.
Like, here's my thoughts.
I'm shocked Will came in with that high of a score. I really am. I thought he would be a little bit more offended at the absolute garbage Hollywood angle. He normally doesn't like this kind of Hollywoodized movie, and this was the epitome of it, in my opinion. 50 seems like a real high number from Will. I'm kind of blown away. I guess.
Well, and that's only 7 points down from the first movie. I thought this movie was abysmal compared to the first movie.
I did too. I relatively enjoyed the first movie. It was a fun end of the world movie for me to watch with some great sequences and just some bad plot points. This one was just bad. The only redeeming quality was some of the visuals were okay, but like you said, a lot of it was just rehashed from the first film.
Yeah. They talk about the asteroid in outer space. I would have loved a picture of the Earth from outer space so you could see what's going on out there. But
all we had was a little bit of the disc around the Earth kind of thing, and it was a real quick shot. I would have liked more info on that. We may have to revisit.
I feel like if there's anyone we should revisit, Highlander would be on the list. At least the first one. I'm not going through the entire franchise again. But I do feel like that might be a bit of a victim of when we reviewed it. Like, it was our second episode. It was so early on. I'm not saying it's going to get like a 70 from me, but I feel like maybe it's a little too low for what it is.
I don't know. I'm still happy with the rating of Highlander, but I would like to. I don't want to rewatch Highlander when the reboot comes out, but I wouldn't mind spending time talking about the original Highlander movie when the reboot comes out.
I could see myself rewatching it when the new original comes out. Not saying we'll do a whole episode to it, but just so I have it in my back pocket to talk about while we're doing the new one.
Yeah.
Our scores on that movie were 28, 35, and 22, respectively.
Okay, so I did rate this lower than Highlander?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Worse.
Yes. I thought this was way worse than Highlander. Highlander has some terrible production ideas, but for a movie of its time, it was exciting, and it did what it did. This movie just pisses me off, Greenland 2. It just upsets me.
I think Highlander had a better concept than this movie, but a worse execution. This one had a worse concept, but a better execution.
Okay, I can accept that. I just think that this one had this one being a sequel and Highlander, the original being the first of its kind, is a little bit different, but this one had so much potential. And maybe not so much potential compared to other movies, but so much potential in this franchise, and it was completely lost. Not to mention us losing all the gains from the first movie. The first movie was to get to the bunker. That's the whole thing. And then we lose the bunker in the first 20 minutes of this movie. Not to mention almost every human being that was in the bunker too is gone. And we just rewrite them with different people from the surface of the earth.
That didn't bother me nearly. Like, you compared it to Aliens, and I'm like, ooh, I don't feel that strongly about it whatsoever. Maybe because like the bunker disappearing felt so obvious, whereas Newt dying was such a slap in the face. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I felt this was. The movie's called Migration. There was no chance they're staying in Greenland.
Sure, but to kill everybody from the bunker, I was expecting for them to try and move like 100,000 people across Greenland. You know, that's what I thought this was going to be about. But instead, it was just the Garrity family because everyone else from the first movie died.
That's a lot of craft services to keep that many actors just to like walk across an English channel or whatever.
I don't know.
We saw like the civilization in England, like the marketplace, for like a scene, and it never came up again. It's fine.
Yeah,
they just casually shot the one guy who's kind of an asshole, and then moving on.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. I will say, the nice thing about a movie this bad is it does lead to an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I definitely had fun ranting about this one.
Oh, I can't believe.
All right, so that was a 31, a 34, and a 50, right?
Yes.
Oof. It is a shame that we did have a good bit of talent as far as actors go, with nothing for them to do.
That's what I mean. Like, I've seen all these actors in better movies where they do a good job. Like, I really liked, I don't know if you've seen Jojo Rabbit, but I really liked that one. I thought the kid did a fantastic job. And they just had nothing to do here. Why is that so off?
Yeah, if only, Trash Can Joe, if only, right?
Okay, this is the first part of the show where I'm like, oh, it kind of sucks not having 3 hosts because you got no one to talk to while I'm working behind the
I'm just kind of reading chat right now. For those of you who are listening on our podcast, Trash Can Joe would like a podcast. He's being cheeky, I believe.
Well, this will be cut out before it gets to the podcast, but yes. Oh, what the hell? Did I not? Oh, I had. Fuck. All right, sorry. You also, if this was a podcast, I can listen to you guys on it. Exclamation mark podcast, Trash Can Joe. There are 43 episodes up available currently. I know you know this, but I also know that that's what you're getting at. So, all right. Now can I replace it? Exclamation mark movies takes you to the YouTube channel. Exclamation mark podcast will get you all the podcast links. There are over 40 episodes on over 12 different providers, so you can definitely find us. And if you do find us, make sure you give us a like and a rating. The ratings actually make a huge difference, especially on Spotify and Apple. So if you're willing to do that, that'd be amazing.
Hey,
And with that, oh, all right.
There's cleaning agent right there in chat.
Nice. And with that, we've got Greenland coming in with a 54, a 48, and a 54. Will and I ended up tying on this one, even though I had a very high and a very low score. Both of his were kind of in the middle, for a grand total of 52, which knocks this one down onto the second pillar, I guess, of movies, right below Venom, but still above Anchorman. I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually pretty okay with that because as awful as the second movie was, I did enjoy the first one. So at least this movie franchise has a good movie in it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It has a good movie. This is one of those franchises where the sum of its parts really brings down its whole, because the first movie, I think, is a decent apocalyptic movie. The second movie should never have been made.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I completely agree. I guess that's all we got. All right, let's wrap this up.
Sifushan, you are just flat wrong.
Wait, well, where is Venom?
Venom's right above Greenland.
60 and 63, like it's not, I'm pretty happy with 60, 63. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a C is where this belongs, or is that a D? I don't know, whatever that is.
I think this franchise failed hard.
Oh, this one, yes. I was talking about.
Yes. The Venom franchise is just not one that I enjoyed, basically.
All right, well, that's our rating of Greenland 2 Migration, but what's yours? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. We record this live over twitch.tv/The Monguli Show, so head on over there and hit the follow button if you want to watch us live, or if you made it this far in the video, you probably enjoyed it. Make sure you hit like and subscribe so that I see you in the next one. All right.
Glad
That's
this one's
a
over.
wrap on our first of 2 cleanless movie reviews.
Cleanless. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's hope that we never have to go back to Greenland, because
I mean, I can't imagine it lost half. Look, so if you go by the classic Hollywood, double the budget and that's what it has to make just to make even, it made a quarter of that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they're going to go like, yeah, let's try this again. And without Gerard Butler, why not?
Yeah.
Right.
It's real bad. Dan, what you got going on? Aren't you going to play Slay the Spire right now?
I am going to play some Slay the Spire 2 with Sifu Shan. Nope, that's wrong. With Strategist. So I'm excited for that. And then this weekend, I'm going to get back into some World of Warcraft with a couple of guys, see if we can take on the first dungeon, how we do there. What about you? Got anything going on this weekend?
Sunday, gonna be doing my Cyberpunk stream. I'm hoping to wrap up another playthrough. Well, not another playthrough, but another ending on Cyberpunk. But I think I will immediately double back and do. We came to a point where we could go with one character or the other character. We're seeing the one character on Sunday and seeing that finish. I'm gonna double back and try and do the other character probably the following week after that. But I'm having fun on the Cyberpunk streams. I've got a couple other games that I'm also playing and having a good time. So maybe I'll jump on just, some pop-up streams and play some of those games with people. Also, I believe Zero Justice was saying that they have all of the Jackbox party games, and we were kind of playing some of those earlier this week and having a lot of fun. So he was going to set that up so we could get some group of people playing those Jackbox party games. That'll be really fun. I don't know when that's going to happen though, but I'm hoping it happens soon. Other than that, it's work IRL.
Fair enough. I have a couple of the Jackboxes. I haven't really played them pretty much since I started streaming. Like I played them like one New Year's with my wife and a couple of her friends that are a couple of provinces away. But I've never really tried to stream them. But that would be a good time, especially if somebody else streamed it or was playing it. I just could just hang out and have a good time. Windstorm, I did read your review. Yes, I did reference it during the episode as well. Appreciate you doing that. I don't know. How was I going to say? Probably all right, you're yawning. Let's get ready.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to bed.
We'll jump over to this. All right, I'm gonna have to end stream and then start it up again on Twitch. So just refresh in a couple of 30 seconds, guys. Brian, you've been awesome. You have a great night, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye, Dan.
Sorry, that's what I was going to say. Next week, we're doing 21 Jump Street, so make sure you catch that
yes.
before next Thursday. So
and that'll be in the watch party after my Cyberpunk stream. I always just end my stream and then go straight into that watch party at 7 Central, 8 on the East Coast. So you can definitely join us for that one. I'll tell you, I saw 21 Jump Street a long time ago. I wasn't a big fan, but maybe join the watch party and you can see my reactions. I always leave my cameras on so people can watch me as I watch these movies to see how I do.
I don't think we've watched a comedy yet that you like, right? Like we haven't done a whole lot of comedies on the show in general.
Yeah, not really.
We've done have been duds for
I tend to be